This episode was supposed to mostly be about Moral, but he's not here right now, so we might just discuss random ass anime. Yeah.
This is the most enthusiastic intro I've ever heard.
We don't really have anything else to do, really. You know? Like we can discuss Kill la Kill and all that without Moral, but like there's no real point until he gets here, you know? What if I just pull up a top 10 anime list or something, you know?
Let's do a random anime ranking.
Okay. Okay, let's search. I'm searching up the top 10 best anime or whatever. We all know these lists are like the worst of the worst, and they never are right? But like, we'll see what IMDb suggests, you know. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood apparently on IMDb is number 1. How would you guys? You know? I mean, like, I think it was a fun series.
It's a good anime.
I don't really have any complaints about that, but like as number 1, you know, it's like it's a shonen show, you know.
I mean, it is a very popular anime.
It is very popular, especially when it was like on every single DVD and like cassette tape, you know. Like it was on every single DVD and cassette tape, you know. Cause like was it just me, or was like advertised everywhere on those things? Was it just me?
Probably. I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen an advertisement on my DVD and VHS tape.
Oh, I mean like one of those like preview thingies in front of like the other like DVDs and stuff, where it's like on DVD
no,
now.
I know what you're talking about, but I've never seen any advertisement for Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
Okay, because I remember seeing quite a few.
But the only thing about Brotherhood is like there was an original, and the original, I don't even remember if it ended or it was kind of convoluted at places.
The thing
and
is,
then they were just like, let's redo it.
From what I remember, the original kind of ran out of source material. They ran out of like the manga, so they kind of just like made their own ending, and everyone hated it, so they remade the entire show because like they like the manga finished.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, which are you talking about?
We're talking about Brotherhood right now. Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, I see.
Indeed. Yeah, we were just going through like a quote unquote top 10 anime list and seeing like what we thought about their like picks, you know?
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, Brotherhood, I still haven't watched it yet.
I would suggest it. They rate as number 1. I wouldn't say go that far for it, but it's definitely a good series. It's like a really good series, you know? The magic's pretty well grounded. It's like the magic system's very well grounded compared to like a lot of anime, I feel, right? Because it has like pseudoscience and all that blah 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 blah, right? And it's just a fun show. Yes. Okay. Time to discuss the anime you watched, Moral. Which one did you watch again? Madoka Magica, right?
Yeah, that one I finished like 2 days ago.
I remember you said you liked it quite a bit, right?
Yeah. I watched like the whole series like in one sitting.
Yeah. The thing about it is like it was like a very historically like, you know, cataclysmic kind of thing, because like after Madoka Magica like, you know, came out, right, all the magical girl anime started like adding quote unquote dark undertones to themselves, you know. which I think is silly, because the thing about Madoka Magica is it's so revolutionary because it was like the first, maybe not like the first, but it was like one of like the first big magical girl anime to like deconstruct the genre, you know. Which I think is very interesting, because like you don't have like the context of the other shows, right? Like you know, like Sailor Moon and all that kind of stuff, right? Yeah. The thing about Madoka Magica is like you're coming into it as like a fully like fresh anime watcher, right? You don't have any context watching any of the other shows like that.
No, not really, no.
Yeah. So it would probably be a shock, but like a lot of the things they do, it's like, you know, in the genre is like a deconstruction of the genre as well as like, you know, how would I say it? Like an alteration on like the formula, which I think is super interesting.
Well,
Mhm.
Yes.
all the magical girl stuff, that's all like kid stuff back in the day.
Yeah.
And then they were just like, how do we give the kids PTSD? Oh, this is how we do it.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, no, that's the entire thing. That's the entire thing. But yeah, it was a very interesting like show historically just because of that. Because pretty much right after that happened, all the magical girl anime started doing the same stuff, you know? I'm pretty sure you noticed it, right, Fluten? Or a bunch of other things started copying it just because of how popular it was.
Yeah, definitely. I
Yeah.
don't even remember their names, but I remember like the plot lines and stuff like that. It was always like
Same.
there was this. There was this one
Mhm.
like card something
Card capture soccer or something like that.
No, not Sakura. It was this Wixos thing, and it was kind of like they can play this card game, but if they lose, they like die.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, it wasn't Yu-Gi-Oh. But it was almost like a magical girl thing. I think they were all girls in the game.
Yu-Gi-Oh, but
Magic
female.
meets Yu-Gi-Oh.
I guess.
Yu-Gi-Oh, but Yu-Gi was a girl this whole time.
Damn.
Yeah.
And the idea is they would find these girls that like had a wish that they wanted to have. Sometimes it was like, you know, I want my parents to live again or something like really edgy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, they were like, yeah, you don't actually get a wish. You just die.
What the-
Damn.
Yeah, about that promise. This is all made up. Sorry. Goodbye.
Fair enough. I mean, I can't argue
Sounds
against
about
that.
right.
But yeah, no, it definitely did have a giant impact. I would definitely try, if you're interested, I would definitely try watching some of the quote unquote like more classical ones too, you know? Like, you know, like not Madoka Magica, but like watch Sailor Moon or
Yeah,
something and see like how that contrasts, you know? Because you're of course,
And then Madoka Magica has like the movies as well. I haven't looked into the movies.
yeah.
Yeah, I actually watched Sailor Moon when I was a lot younger.
Yeah.
I just know
But-
that 1 and 2 are like recaps. It's basically like in the form of a movie. Then the third movie is like after like the series. I don't know if that's true or not. But
That's
like,
confusing.
I don't know.
It's like confusing. It's just the episodes they did construct into two movies. As in,
Yeah, that's like what?
Yeah. Yeah, no, anime movies at that time were always a bit of a hit and miss, you know? Cause like the weird thing about anime movies is because like historically they've always been like done by other companies or whatever because like, you know, there's Dragon Ball, right? And they take place in completely separate universes, the Dragon Ball movies and the anime, you know? Different canonities and everything, right, for Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of other ones where it's like, you know, it's not like OSTs where it's like, you know, just like a higher quality thing, right?
Yeah.
Movies have always been kind of weird because they've always been by other companies or there were like retcons and changes and everything. Like the Digimon movies are actually kind of not in line with the Digimon, you know, series either. Same thing with like Pokemon in a way or another because all of the movies have like crazy scaled up like fights and everything, and like the scaling's a bit different, right? From what I can tell.
Yeah.
I feel like especially like back then, all like the anime movies were like a bit like, you know, not in line with the anime, right? Or like confusing in one way or another, where you weren't sure if they fit or like you weren't sure how they fit if they did fit, right? And that's always interesting to look at. Cause like, can you really place like a single like episode between where like, you know, like Mewtwo's appearance and ending?
Yeah, you can. I'm gonna be honest, you really could.
Yeah, cause it just happens, right, within like a random scale of time, right? And yeah, no.
There's
that
an episode where it was in the actual anime, he destroys the Team Rocket base.
and it
and then, like,
happens again, but in like a different way, right?
No, yeah, it happens. I think in the exact same way in the movie. So like you could really place the movie right there. But anything besides any other movies,
Yeah.
Mewtwo is really hard to place.
Yeah, and like I feel like like one of the big problems about that is like, you know, back then anime just didn't have a big budget, right? Because like especially when like anime was starting up or like in the 90s and everything, it was like mostly like smaller companies making it or like, you know, smaller companies dubbing and everything, right? Um like they're definitely not quote unquote small. They definitely would like, you know, pull my pockets out and like make me poor and go into like millions of debt, right? But like compared to like these days, like they definitely didn't have like the oversight or like the control of the IPs that they have these days, right? Um like look at like the Berserk anime. There's like 3 of them. Or like for JoJo, right? Do you know that the JoJo Part 3 you know, adaptation happened before JoJo Part 1 and Part 2 adaptations? Which was
Like
really
Star Wars kind of.
no, not like Star Wars where it was supposed to be a prequel, right? It was just because
Isn't because I
the
think they originally did the first 2 parts as a movie and they scrapped it.
no, the third, it was just because the third pro tag was so much more popular that they were just like we're skipping the other 2 seasons, just starting right off the bat here, you know?
Probably so, yeah.
Yeah, I still gotta watch JoJo.
For JoJo, I have to warn you that season 1's definitely the slowest. It's definitely fun if you're like into like, you know, more old-timey you know, vampire slayer kind of
Yeah.
things, but it's
Yeah.
definitely slow. And then it
Mhm.
speeds up on the second half of the season because the thing about JoJo is each let's say character arc, right? You follow a different member of like the bloodline, right? So, you know, they can take completely different tones depending on like the personality of the main character, right? And then
Yeah.
you have some seasons where the main character isn't the main character because the old main characters are so much better and take over. Poor Josuke, you know? Josuke isn't even the protag of his own
No,
like
Josuke
season.
was a protagonist. He just
He was a protagonist, but he wasn't the
he was
main
just
protagonist.
a kid. Yeah, it was literally his part.
But Jotaro was 13 in his part and took way more of a central role.
Well, yeah, because I'm not gonna spoil it, but because there's some different things they were doing.
Yeah, no, Jotaro is just like Jotaro kind of stole the show comparatively, right? But at the same time, you know, every single part of it takes like a completely different tone. So if you're interested in starting JoJo, I would, and you don't like the first season, I would try to push through it just because, you know, it's definitely the slowest. Yes.
Mhm.
And then the second part, you become American. Let's go. I'm not gonna put spoilers there, but if you are American, you will enjoy the second part a lot. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think later on, like down the line, I'll check out like longer animes. I guess for now, I'm just checking out like shorter ones.
Shorter seasons.
I would consider
Yeah.
JoJo a shorter season, actually. Like
Would you?
Because-
there's like multiple seasons of JoJo.
Oh, I guess compared to like Naruto, One Piece, and
no,
Dragon Ball.
I would consider it shorter
Bleach.
because each one of the seasons, quote unquote, is basically a different anime, right? Like the first part of season one,
guess.
right? With
But it's all like connected. It's not like
it's all connected, but it's like the same as like a spin-off series. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh and Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. You know, it happens in the same world, but with like different protagonists and like different theming, right? It's just like the way they phrase it, because you can totally treat part 1 and part 2 as different halves, right? You could totally watch part 2 of season 1 as its own series compared to part 1, right?
So it's like each season is like divided into like different parts.
Well, the first
part?
season is, because the first season has 2 protagonists actually, because yeah. So the first season, right, you can actually treat it as 2 different like shows entirely, just because, you know, the main characters don't interact at all. There's like some references, but like it's basically 2 short series, you know? Yeah, I would try it out. I would try it out. Um,
Yeah, I'll try it later down the line. I guess like
okay,
before
time.
this year ends, I'll probably start it.
Yeah, it's definitely very meme worthy though in some parts. Yes, 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 yes.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
So
Um,
many fucking memes.
yeah, especially like the manga, right? The manga goes through like 50 different things. It goes from how do I say it? From like, a Vampire Slayer kind of thing, like like a classic
Yeah,
NES
yeah,
Vampire Slayer, right? To
yeah.
Americans versus vampires, to what is it? To adventure across Europe, to slay,
A
God.
vamp.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh God, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then the fourth season is Joseph. No, not Joseph Bowie, but What is it? Something Bowie. Murder
David
mystery.
Bowie?
David Bowie. Yeah, yeah. I was
Is
thinking
it
about the
Joseph
protagonist name.
Bowie?
Yeah, David Bowie murder mystery, right? Um, then fifth season is criminals,
Italian
basically. Yeah,
mafia.
Italian mafia gang drama, right? Um, the sixth season is
I went to jail the time I went to
lesbians.
jail. The time I
Jail
went to jail
lesbians?
and became a lesbian.
Jail lesbians.
Yes.
We're talking about JoJo.
Yeah, we're talking about JoJo.
How did I miss this?
It's
Yes, I don't want
Jolene's.
these.
It's Jolene's arc. It's Jolene's arc.
It was basically jail lesbians to sum it up in one word.
Not wrong, am I?
Never mind. I
What?
looked it up. I'm not interested.
Then I looked it up. I'm good.
Yeah, no, but six is literally just jail lesbians, right? What is seven? Is seven where
Is cowboys.
Oh yeah, seven. The world restarts entirely, and then they're cowboys now, and they use guns. And also,
Like
Jesus
I guess
revives from the
like
dead.
AU.
Yeah, no. They collect the parts of Jesus's body, and do something with it, right? And that's I think the current.
I mean, they just finished the A1, which is kind of weird. I don't
Yeah.
even know how to describe.
Yeah, but you can tell they have wildly different themes. You can treat them as like 50 different shows, to be honest with you. With like kind of connections to each other, right? Kind of.
They're pretty connected.
Yeah.
With the references they make and shit.
They make references.
If you go in there like, if you start a random ass season, let's say you don't watch it in order, you might not get all this shit.
Yeah, you won't get all of it, but like you could definitely enjoy part 2 of season 1 without watching part 1 of season 1. You just won't get like the full enjoyment.
You don't get the build up. You don't get the
Yeah, exactly. But like you can treat them as mini seasons, and just watch from like season 1 the first half, right, and then take a break. Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, so now Kill la Kill time. The problem I have with Kill la Kill as a premise, right, which is like is like like the fan service makes sense for like the combat system, right? But if you look at the season or like the series even for like a minute, right, you realize they started with the fan service and then built the combat around it, not vice versa, Because like if you look at Kill la Kill, it's very clearly made for the fan service, right? Like I don't think anyone can argue with me about it, right?
Okay.
Yeah, because like the entire premise started with the fan service first of all, right? And I'm pretty sure they built the world around the idea of fan service, right? Because it's just yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think there's much to argue about that because like look at the main character's costume and tell me that this was not intentional from day one, Hey, small. Yeah, but like I feel like a premise is very important for my enjoyment, like as like a viewer, because like depending on like how you like start a season or like the obvious like intention, I feel like that influences my personal enjoyment a lot. Although I know a lot of people don't look at things the same way as I do, right? Because for me,
Mhm.
right, I don't like My Hero Academia just because they kind of broke their intention, and like their intention's kind of stinky, you know. Same thing with Kill la Kill, right? Because like it's definitely a good show, right? Like it's definitely fun, blah 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 blah, right? But at the same time, you know, I don't like fan service. At least I don't like people trying to pander to me with fan service because I feel nothing towards it. I feel nothing towards fan service.
Whether that mean you'd really enjoy the show's plot because you wouldn't be distracted by the fans.
No. It's like for me, right? If you have fan service in your show, I actively dislike it more. Like it's not like I'm distracted by the fan service. It's like I'm like genuinely turned off by it.
Okay, what if it's a really good season and there's just this one clip of fan service? Is it bad now?
I'm gonna skip it.
Is it horrible?
I mean, like
The
one or
whole
two
anime
clips is
got
fine,
water.
but when the main character's battle outfit, where they fight, every single thing is them in like basically nothing, right? That's a bit much, you know.
I don't know. I know it. I think the Netflix version they cover it a lot.
Yeah, but
I
who
didn't see
watches the
any fan
Netflix
service.
version? Who uses the
I mean,
Netflix version?
That's literally what. That's
I saw
literally
the
what
Netflix
Moral
version.
watched. You
I
watched
saw on the
it on
Netflix version.
Netflix.
Oh, Moral, you watched the censored version of it. Okay, that makes it.
I only watched it there because it's gonna leave Netflix anyway, so I
That's
might as well
fair.
watch it there.
Yeah,
But
I feel like Netflix
I mean,
is
but
kind of
Mako
dying.
is one of the main characters. She's not necessarily the protag though.
Oh, she's a protect.
Isn't it Ryuko? Isn't she the protag?
No.
No.
That's
Fair
She's
enough.
definitely Mako.
I mean, yeah, Mako has a lot of comedic value into the anime for sure.
Okay.
So you should watch the censored version. That'll be up your alley.
Glad,
But at the same time, it's like
the censored version.
I would not watch the censored version if there was a show like this, because at the same time that loses some of like the initial intention, and even then I know the intention.
See, like you're caught up.
It's
I
like
caught you in a lie.
what
I'm
you
joking.
call it? You just censor blood and make it white.
No, I would
it's
just
just
not
like-
watch it. The thing is, I would just rather not watch it at all. You know, if it has fan service like this, it's just like I don't watch it.
I just don't watch anything.
Even if it has a good plot and in the censored version, you don't get as heavy fan service as
If
the
it has a
original.
good plot, I'm gonna just read like the comic or something, or like, you know.
Oh yeah, this buddy saw about this be like a Kill la Kill fighting game or something. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Because the
came
thing
out-
about
came out
like,
last
you
year,
know,
right?
reading like a manga or something, right, is if it has fan service, I can just quickly read the text and page through it, right? But if it's in an anime, you're gonna have like a 3-4 minute sequence where, like, you know, they're just disrobing for no reason, you know. It's a lot
I
more
was like,
drama.
they ever just broke for no reason. I take
Yeah,
that back.
Mako is a JoJo reference.
Okay. What other anime do you watch this week?
Trigger Best
Moral?
Studio. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like the three. We can just talk about like the three animes I was trying to watch before they leave Netflix. Kill la Kill was one of them. Madoka Magica was another one, and then the third one was Fate Zero.
Fate is a series I never really got into. I can't exactly say I can give it like an accurate, you know, how do I say it? An accurate take, just because like I felt like the first season I watched, the main character seemed really like a Mary Sue, right? But like he definitely does struggle here and there, blah 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 blah, right? But my initial impression of Fate, like the Fate franchise as a whole, right, wasn't really a good one, just because like the main character has zero reason for being as strong as he is, you know? He takes like a week to be fighting gods. You know, he takes like a week training arc, and now he's as competent as like gods, pretty much. All right. An interesting thing about the Fate series that, as a new watcher, you should be aware of is pretty much each Fate series. Well, how is it? Is a different timeline, right? So every time you watch, like, let's say Fate Zero, Fate Ultimate, Fate whatever, right? Unlimited Blade Works, right?
Ultimate Blade Works.
Yeah,
Blade Works, yeah.
all of those are gonna start off with him being like at his initial state again, more or less, anyways. So each one of those is just a different timeline because it started off on like a dating sim, you know, like the original Fate franchise started as like an otome game, right? And each one of the I'm not kidding, right? Am I wrong?
That's so true. Every
No.
scissors.
Yeah.
The Fate series started as an ultimate game, right? So it's supposed to be a fan service based thing, you know, blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah blah. And each one of the different shows is like a different timeline, right? So
Yeah.
the timeline I watched, right? I'm pretty sure he came off as really Mary Sue like, and I just never got behind the main character just because it was so convoluted and nothing really made sense. Because you know, how do I say this? Why is Archer not the only one named Archer? There's like 50 different people named Archer, but this Archer is
'Cause it's a
Shiro
class.
from the future, and he went back in time. But why is the
What
Archer
makes
class?
more people confused too
Yeah,
is to add on, like Archer of Red, Archer of Black, Archer, Saber. There's so many variations, like
Isn't that just like their class name,
Lancer-
basically?
Yes, it's their class name.
yeah,
Sometimes they
but
go by like their actual name, like
Yeah.
Artorias or
Mhm.
Artoria, Mordred,
yeah. And like
Charlemagne.
the weirdest thing is you can also have multiple of the same characters. So you can have like, you know, you can have 50. You can have Nero. You can have more.
They're like a bunch of assassins, you know? Yeah.
Not
In
even.
total,
No, there's assassin class.
around-
Yeah,
think
not
there's
not
around,
even like a
10
bunch of the same
sabers.
class, right? You can have a bunch of the same character in the same place. You can have 50 different sabers in the same room, and it's canonical, right?
You can have
it's-
4 Emias, and they'll be named differently.
Yeah.
It's like each one of them is a chess piece or something like that. They all have their own classes, and it's supposed to be like a random, sort of random, like historical, legendary person that comes
Yeah.
for the class itself.
Or you
So-
can become the legendary person itself.
Well, yeah, eventually, I guess.
Yeah, and
That's what
it's
happened.
really weird because like so much of the series or so much of like the lore, right, is pretty much like, hey, this isn't the character itself, like this isn't the historical figure. This is the thing that people think about of the historical figure, right? Like if let's say if I was like in history, right, and I was a lame ass dude who did literally nothing but people hailed me as a god, I would become a god in that world, right? Pretty much. Or like a godly hero, blah 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 blah. And like the people's perceptions influences like the, you know, the summon, blah 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 blah. And that's kind of weird at the same time, and you can tell the entire premise was made for a fan service game.
The main problem I had with Fate is there's just too many of them.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
They
like
had way too
I
many
expect to know
characters.
like what's the order to like watch it. It's, like,
There is
confusing.
no order to watch because
Yeah, there's
every
not.
single series is a different take on the first thing. If-
I'm generally confused on like how the fuck like this works. It's like sometimes they're like apparently they're like Saber is like the best of the best, but then there's some that are like
No,
that can, like,
Archer's
break
the
Saber,
strongest
like
class.
Lancer.
Archer is the strongest class, actually. Yeah, Archer is the strongest class, but people can have multiple classes, and even though these are avatars, Gilgamesh, for example, has different classes as well. Like Gilgamesh, I think is what is he? Is he an archer?
Is he the archer? Yeah, he's the archer.
No, he
He's
has
Archer.
multiple classes because you have
Archer,
Gilgamesh in
Saber.
multiple forms, right? And his archer form is his strongest form, which is weird because like it's canonical that he went through multiple classes, right? But archer is just the strongest class altogether, which makes no sense, right? And then you have that series where it's just made for lolicons, quote unquote. The Fate series I think is a bit gross in some parts, or the community is a bit gross in general, you know. But yeah, I never really got into Fate for good reason, you know.
Yeah, Gilgamesh is a hat character, though. He's not
Yeah.
like a real archer, or a real saber, or anything else. He's just like,
He's
I
just
don't
his own league.
yeah,
no.
but he
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he
basically
is
cheats.
he is locked in the class system though. because because I'm pretty sure from what I remember the lore, right? Gilgamesh became an arch or what was his second class swordsman or something? I don't remember. He became like his
Saber is
second.
a swordsman.
He became his second class, right? Because he was like cursed or defeated or whatever, and like forced into using the other class, right? Because like he was originally archer, but he was forced out of that and like weakened in some way, nerfed here or there, you know. And then like,
Well-
yeah,
I mean, I don't remember which fate that is, but I remember one of the fates, he killed his summoner and basically became the summoner, and then he had some other people working for him. So it
Yeah.
was just like a really weird, wacky thing to like get around.
the thing is like trying to
Actually
understand
fight.
fate does not work. It's like
No, it's just a convoluted mess.
it's carried by its gotcha
It's all
game.
over. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like the Fates series. If you don't get it, you're not missing out on much. If you enjoy it, I guess. You know, yeah. That's all I have to say
Yeah,
about it.
I only watched Zero. That's pretty much all.
Absolute himself.
Even
Probably,
like
from what
for
I hear,
now.
that's probably one of the better ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the main character's still
Yeah.
Mary Sue. Literally half the characters are Mary Sue's. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Okay.
Hmm.
Clearly, you don't own an air fryer.
Well, they're sending memes in the Discord, by the way, anyone watching.
Oh yeah.
They're great news.
Can't believe Gumball became an
I love
anime
memes.
because of Richard Watterson.
Okay, let's see what anime we could actually suggest for Moral to watch next. Oh wait,
Top 10 anime.
no, we
I mean, there's other ones I watched too. like,
Moral. Do you
I
not
know,
do you
like,
not have
what?
other platforms you can watch anime on?
I just mainly watched it on Netflix for now.
Netflix is literally the worst place to look for anime on.
Yeah, BitTorrent's the best.
Yeah, but
Yeah, considering like how it's losing animes too. I mean, so
no, the problem with Netflix, right, is that it has so much choice for anime, right? There's so many different anime, but all of them are trash because Netflix prioritizes quantity over quality, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like all the anime you see on Netflix, they probably got for like 20 cents.
They're like,
Yeah.
Komi-san now released on Netflix, and then you realize it takes like 3 months for the fourth episode to be released, and you're like, wait, it's already over. Like, but
Yeah, no,
if you check on
Netflix
other
also
sites-
intentionally like slows down their releases as well, right?
yeah.
So like
I mean that's how they're doing right now with Komi-san's second season.
Yeah.
Like, you get like one episode a week.
Yeah.
Nah, Komi-san.
I would enjoy that
only
if they
got
did that
episode
for
9.
JoJo Part 6. But no, they're like. I hate them.
Yeah, in general,
Sorry.
I would not suggest watching anime on Netflix just because it's not a good place for like anime in general. You'll have like you know Netflix skip seasons, right? Like if you watch Naruto, you'll have like season 1 and then it will skip to like season 3 or whatever, right? Or like, you know, if it's a multi-part series, like for example, JoJo Part 1, JoJo Part 2, blah 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 blah, right? It might have JoJo Part 1 and then JoJo Part 8 and then nothing in between. Or like, you know, you'll have it and then it will come off and on here and there, right? Or like it will be like region locked. And in general, probably the last place to watch. Like even Crunchyroll is better, but like Crunchyroll is still trash, you know?
Well, I got a suggestion for you.
Yeah, go for
It's
it.
called Link Click, aka it's a Chinese anime.
Ari saw a bit of
Right.
it. Yes,
Oh.
yes.
I actually recommend.
Yeah, no,
Moral watch
it has a
Like,
really nice
don't-
OST.
It's really nice.
I've already shown everyone here the OST though.
It's so good. I love the character developments for each and one of those characters, like Wukong and Shen. I forgot his name. But those two protagonists, they're like amazing, and then the side characters as well.
If you're getting into Chinese anime though, Moral, a lot of Chinese
Dairen.
Yeah, a lot of Chinese anime you can actually find online for free, more or less, like officially, because like
Quanxi Gosho.
because in general,
Also-
those shows don't have like as much, you know, barriers for entry because they're not making much money from the West anyways, right? Because Chinese laws or whatever. So like, you know, like the King's Avatar they released freely, right? I'm sure it probably is the same for most other Chinese anime as well. So
I
that's
realized
nice.
that I didn't know it was an anime. I was watching the Netflix adaptation, like the live action one, and my friend's like, "Why are you watching this?" I'm like, I didn't know." And then we
I
started
would read the
watching.
book. I would read the
We started
book.
watching it, and we're like, "Holy shit! It's not that bad. The combat is good. It's just the plot is still there. It's just like random.
Yeah.
Like both Netflix and the anime. We stopped watching like on the 4th season because they're like,
I would
damn,
suggest reading the book
there's
just because the book is way
like
better.
no one has gotten there.
They have the
I
book
used to watch
officially.
Kwashi Fashi, and then I realized it kind of sucked.
Yeah. Apparently, Fate Zero is the highest rated version of the Fate
Of the
franchise.
Fate series. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, because it was like one of the best ones that was produced. Like Unlimited Blade Works, I was like, it's I don't like it as much as
Unlimited
Zero.
Blade Works is Unlimited Mary Sue.
Yeah,
13-year-old me could tell it was fan service
It's-
and Mary Sue-ness.
I would say Unlimited Blade Work basically just like looped your fucking brain, and you're like, huh?
The problem with
And then-
Unlimited Blade Works is the main character shows zero redeemable traits other than being at the right place at the right time or like having the right bloodline or whatever, you know? Because like for Unlimited Blade Works, at least at the start, he has zero initiative, he has zero drive, and he has like zero redeeming qualities other than being super dang talented, you know?
It's just like me.
Wait, this is pretty good. Mo Dao Sushi.
Oh, wait. Oh, is this the yaoi one?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, this is
Hold
the
on, let
yaoi
me
one.
check.
This is the yaoi.
Oh shit! Hold on. Wait.
This one
I'm
is
checking. I don't know. It said it's really good.
no, it is very
I
good.
don't know.
It's so popular that you can get the comic at Barnes and Noble, but it's very much a thirst trap for you know yaoi lovers.
I don't know, man. Like,
I
The
would
plot doesn't
suggest
even
it if you
show.
don't mind the yaoi aspects. Like if you're into that kind of thing, like 100% go watch it, right? But like the problem
I thought it was
is
just action.
just go to the images tab. Just go to the images tab.
Okay, let me check.
The
There's no
images tab is
image
literally full of the
on
two main characters
anime list.
kissing.
Let's see.
How have you not
Well,
come
I mean-
across the series? It's so popular. It's literally the biggest Chinese franchise right now. I literally
Oh. Immediately, it was the third one.
No, the thing, right, is that like it's so popular, right, that like, you know, I'll be playing a Chinese game, or I'll have like, you know, like you know, a Chinese looking character, right, and or like, you know, I'll see someone on Twitter with a Chinese looking aesthetic, right, and people will be like, oh, your character looks like they're from you know, Modao Sushi, or you know, Grandmasters of
Yeah.
Demonic Cultivation, which is like the English translation name, right? And like it's actually a giant pandemic, because this is like the thing every like
There was another
14-year-old
season
like
four,
you know yeah no
Mo
so-
Dao Zushi Shen Yin Pan.
yeah, but yes, this is a very popular franchise. Do with it what you may, because it has a drama, it has an anime, it has a book, it has a comic.
I think my go-to for like
What's the name of it again? Can you type it in general?
oh yeah, I'll do it.
Here you go. If you wanna watch two guys kiss, like, yeah, good series.
Maybe there's a little bit more.
No, it's actually a pretty decent series
My
altogether.
go-to would be Gintama Grand
Wait, was there like another one you were
Blue
talking about?
Nozaki-kun. Those are like.
Or is it
I
you
just
were talking
rewatch
about that
over and
one?
over again.
I think they were just talking about that one.
Yeah, we were talking about.
Oh, it's just that one.
Don't
Okay.
watch Fairy Tail.
Fairy
I
Tail is.
I have
like,
a bunch of
I would
friends who
say
really enjoy
I
Fairy
would
Tail.
watch it. It's just I don't want to rewatch it. It's like it's good. to
It's
just,
fan
like,
service.
Watch all. Yes.
it's power friendship
It's-
fan service. And that
And like the main character is so fucking dense.
yeah, the thing about Fairy Tail, right, is it's a great series if you're getting into anime, right? But once you look at it like at all critically, right, once you have like that critical eye of anime, you realize it's just power friendship literally beats everything. We're converting literally every single villain to our side, right? We don't care if they've killed 50 people. Power of
I
friendship.
would say there's only 4 arcs that are good in that
Naruto?
series.
Is that you?
No, this is worse than Naruto. Okay,
Yeah.
this is worse than Naruto because no one dies and like there's no actual character
Oh,
development.
what the wait. Ain't
They
no way no
technically
one
die,
dies.
but they resurrect. It's like Black Clover, but Black Clover.
Oh my god.
Black
has,
Clover is made by the
random
same
plot
person.
Twists.
Is it? There's no way. What?
Wait, is it? I'm pretty sure. it
I
is.
don't
No.
think it is.
Black
No.
Clover is not made by the
Okay.
same.
Yeah,
I'm
I
thinking
know
of-
they made a different one.
They made a sequel. I was thinking of that one. Yeah.
Oh, Moro, you better watch Psycho Pass first season. Don't
Okay.
watch
What?
second season. Psycho
Something I
Pass.
would suggest, which is kind of surprising for me, but I
Psycho.
would watch Dragon Ball,
Oh.
like the original Dragon Ball franchise, like not
Did I say Psycho wrong? Psycho.
maybe
Pass.
not Dragon Ball Z. No. I would watch some
No,
arcs of
Z
Dragon Ball
is-
Z.
there's some
Slow Eater
Z.
Soda
There's
Soldier.
some good. There's some really good Z arcs, right? But like the problem with Dragon Ball Z at the end is like the power scaling goes way out of the window, and you know it's just fighting, right? But Dragon Ball the original series is a comedy. It's actually pretty fun. It's like fun, lighthearted comedy with martial arts elements, right? I don't think the fights are the main focus. It's mostly a comedy, right? Then Dragon Ball Z is where like it starts getting more serious action kind of thing, you know? And then the power scaling goes out of the window. Oh, Pepe just DM'd me.
Great Pretender. Hold on, I haven't seen this series.
I think I scrolled past it on Netflix.
I have not watched Great Pretenders.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I never watched that.
Danshi Kokosei no Nishijo. Daily Lives of High School Boys.
Cowboy
so
Bebop,
fucking
I gotta
funny.
watch that.
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta watch that, yeah.
Pepe's coming. Pepe will tell you why Cowboy Bebop is good. I don't need to tell you that.
Cowboy Bebop is amazing.
Yeah.
I heard the dub was really good.
Specials is over.
I don't really
There's
know.
some dubs that are good. Some.
Pepe
Oh.
is the one who's most educated about this. I would ask.
You know what
Pepe.
you should watch? Fucking
Spy Family.
Nah, that's well, you should. It's a good one.
I know, yeah.
Wait,
I
Moro,
just-
what genre do you specifically like?
Like Slice of Life.
No.
Slice
Yeah, I
of
mean,
life.
Slice of Life, my main, I've been watching that,
Yeah.
but I'm always open to like other genres.
Moral hasn't
It's
Moral
like
hasn't watched
no.
enough of the rest of the series to like like make a like informed opinion on like what other genres he likes, but he seems to enjoy slice of life so far.
More, what's
Angel
your
Beats.
second favorite genre?
Hinamatsuri.
Again, I mean, I haven't watched enough anime to even have such.
You don't have a
opinion on
second?
that.
How do you have a first favorite but not a good like second favorite?
I don't know. I'm noticing like.
Mm. I would unironically suggest watching the original series of Naruto though. Like
Yes.
yeah,
I
because
agree.
the original series is way better than Shippuden because it actually like keeps more concise and like the plot everything's a bit tighter and like theming isn't all out the window and like power scaling's a bit better, right?
If you go above like into like episode 300 and Shippuden, you're like, what the fuck is going on now?
Shippuden is like you can think of it as like the original series of Naruto, and then Shippuden is like after time skip and like basically a different series with a bit darker stuff and all that, right? But the original
There was
series of
dark stuff
Naruto,
in the original series.
yeah, it's a bit darker though. Shippuden's like the like quote unquote adult version of Naruto, you know?
Yeah.
But
Not Boruto.
no. But yeah, no, I would definitely suggest the original season of Naruto because it's actually fairly short and fairly concise and like very action packed, but at the same time there's a lot of comedy and like genuinely good character building,
I'm glad that the original offer came back for Boruto, but still, like, it became like a mindfuck because of the other like offer and illustrator for
yeah,
the Boruto
no one likes all
manga.
their
No one likes the hubby. Don't ask.
No, the
if
manga is way
anyone's
better than the
opinion.
anime. The anime just
No.
like, ruined everything. It's like they're so off track in the anime, you just don't know where the fuck you are.
Oh yeah,
Like,
also
the-
another tip. If you're on IMDb and you see anything less than 8 stars, don't watch it.
I don't know. There might be some hits.
No, there's
No,
some
no,
Let me see.
there's definitely some good things.
IMBD.
There's definitely a few good things under 8 stars, but like at the same time, there's some really bad things under like 8 stars as well. You know?
Like what?
I want to see.
Oh wait,
I
wait.
need to know what to recommend tomorrow. What's under 8 stars?
What's under
Hold
8
on.
stars?
I'm going
Seven
under-
deadly.
Nanatsu no Taizai used to be good, and then like after the second season, like it fucked up. Like everything just fucked up because the fucking studio
Is Pepe here?
it became all over the place as well. It's just don't. I do recommend just watching the first season, but after that, don't
Alright,
watch.
I'm gonna start at the bottom.
Start at the bottom? I can't even start at the bottom.
Some of these don't even have stars. Some of them are even anime.
Damn, Conan.
Why is
like
Pokemon
barely
Origins
8
a
stars.
7.9 stars? Pokemon Origin, I would actually really suggest watching. Pokemon Origins is a
Really?
lot of
Origin is just a one thing, time thing, and you're like,
Why is
wow,
Pokemon
that was cool.
7.99?
Okay,
And
Pokemon-
then that's all you get of the Pokemon Origins. That's
Honestly, I'm happy they kept it so short because it's short, it's concise, it's like an entire story from like start to finish.
but
much.
you could literally just play the game and you get the same thing.
That's true, but do you think Moral is gonna play the games?
Wait, you're saying anything under
No.
7 stars, right?
Yeah, he said anything under 7 stars.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going down all the way down
Pokemon
to 7
Origins is
stars.
definitely something you should watch though, just because it's Pokemon in its best form, I think, animation wise, because like it has pretty much everything in like the Pokemon show, right? Just way more concisely put and way more entertainingly put, you know? Because like I feel like it's like pretty much Ash's journey, but like with a competent protagonist and less filler.
It's just Pokemon Red with
Yeah,
Mega
ex-
Evolution.
Exactly.
it's horrible.
Oh man.
What the fuck
World
did
don't
you
watch
just put in the chat? Oh no.
Dragon Ball Evolution. Hell yeah, you
Dragon
can
Ball
watch that
Evolution.
world.
Don't watch Dragon Ball
It was a
Evolution.
great one. It was a great one right there. Cool boy.
Oh, here's a tip.
Oh, no.
Highly recommended.
If you see anything with the name Love in it, just skip it. like if you see like if the title has the word love in it, skip it. If the title has the word sister in it, skip
Wait,
it.
so,
Oh, no.
So
yeah,
the-
if it has
so the-
sister in
a
it,
couple
don't watch
anime-
it.
Or if it says
No.
or and emo, do not even click it.
If it
I'm looking at some of these.
if it has
poorly rated
heaven in it,
anime.
skip it. If it
If it
has
has
Demon King,
X,
skip it.
Sis on it. If it has X sis on it, skip it.
What's wrong with Demon King?
It was real good Demon King.
Demon King 99% has the main character be like this super buff demon dude who makes like a harem. That's like 99% of the Demon King.
Oh yeah, that one.
Don't they
Yeah.
have like
That's not good.
Demon King works at McDonald's? Isn't that a good one?
Oh yeah, that one's a good one.
That's Hatarako Mao-sama. That's like 8 stars and above.
Yeah.
It's really known.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
not
What is
recommended
the
for
one?
Moral.
Sushi Police. What is this? It has 4.2 stars. Let me look at this.
Some of these shows,
Oh,
I'm scrolling down IMDb.
Oh no, this is horrible. Don't watch this.
Wait, let me window capture so you guys can see this.
I forgot they
Okay.
made a Stitch anime.
Yeah, some
Oh,
of these shows you can just look at them and be like 99% of like these quote unquote big anime, you know from like the title that it's just fan service.
TV Hero 6.97. I used to watch that because it was funny. Holy
The
shit.
lowest rating one was like
Kentucky Danshi I
Spice
almost said
Girls or
6.97.
whatever. It was like
I
the
would say I
Country
like
Girl
animation. The plot
original.
just sucked ass. There was nothing you got out of it. You just got a guy who fucking hate germs, and that's it. And the whole plot revolves around him just being clean and a soccer player. Ah, my goodness, goddess. I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic. Yo, yeah, God of High School 6.95. I agree. It should have been 5 stars. 5 out of 10.
Some of these you can
It's
definitely
legit
tell that
dog
they're
shit.
just the other 50% of Demon King anime are just trashy isekai. Yeah,
Why
that's
is-
true.
Keijo, this shouldn't even be 6.95. It should have been a 3 out of 10. It sucked ass, bro. Like literally ass. Like the plot is
Honestly,
what the fuck is it?
looking down this list, like looking at the quote unquote top list from IMDb, I can tell
Oh,
why
so
anime
that
watchers
is
get
cool.
bullied. I can tell why anime watchers get bullied, and I kind of agree.
I'm so glad that Strike the Blood just got like shittier ratings.
I feel like
Because-
as time goes on, people like there's definitely like a lot of classic anime, but at the same time, people have less tolerance for trash these days, right? Because some of like the old anime that are like super popular are like just like bad fan service, right? But in the modern day, we still have equally bad fan service or even worse, but everyone agrees that it's bad. They just watch as guilty pleasures instead, you know? But
Yeah.
back then, people unironically watch these kind of things, you know?
because there was nothing.
Because what else
else we
did
could
they
watch.
have to do?
Exactly.
Yeah, so there's nothing else.
Yeah. The one nice thing about being a modern generation anime watcher is you have a choice not to watch the trash anime, you know?
We
Also,
were forced
everyone
to watch High
hydrate.
School DD. It was pain. Because the plot was ass.
Which one?
Okay, let me
Uh,
hydrate.
Like I think it's like High School DD Reborn or something. I don't know. It was like
Oh, that one where they just keep on saying boost, boost, boost.
yeah, it was like boost, booster,
Look what I
booster.
found on this list.
Let
Is
me
this
see if I can
Power
find that clip.
Rangers?
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
it's fucking.
Power Rangers.
Don't. Does anyone even talk about the Devil May Cry animated series? Because like I haven't heard anything about it.
No,
I didn't even know there was an anime for that.
I didn't even
never
know there
thought
was,
it was an anime.
old.
They made a new one, right? On Netflix.
Yeah,
Like a while
Dog
ago.
Days 6.89. I remember watching it, but hella fan service.
I don't watch romance for a season or a reason. But yes,
This came out.
Goodbye,
Shoken
Small.
Shoujo no Doraemon Jutsu. Yeah, that was
Tokyo
ass as well.
Project.
I understand.
was cool.
Isekais of shit.
anything under 6 stars is definitely a do not watch though.
Yes.
Maybe even under 7 stars.
Kyushi? No! Denpa Kyushi was like my guilty pleasure. Almost 6.88. It's my guilty pleasure. It's just I don't like the sister of the main character because like she just keeps beating him up, and he's just there like I'm just gonna make the school better.
Can
And then
can
the
we
sister
actually talk
beat
about
the
like
shit out of
abuse in anime and how normalized it is? How like female characters just
Yeah.
abuse the main characters for no absolute reason for comedy
Yeah.
purposes?
And they're like, oh, you're a fucking pervert, and they don't even do anything. They don't even have like the fucking like dirty ass look to it. They're just like, what? It's like, why
Like-
am I getting beaten up?
Like, can
like,
we
I'm just
have
getting
like
abused.
actual communication for once? Like, if this guy's actually perving on you, right? Like, just tell him off and then like file like a harassment order, you know? Like,
It's
Yeah,
an
but
anime.
Japan, they're like, oh, it's not a
An
crime.
anime. Like,
Heroic Age is pretty good. And Glogo 13.
Ooh, Lupin the
I have to watch
Third.
though, so I can't put my opinion on that.
Japan is like, that's not a crime.
Midnight
It's like
Panther.
just a minor crime.
Oh no.
Sports anime,
No
I
guns
feel like
allowed.
is
Yeah,
a
it just
safe
became
pick.
shit.
I feel like sports anime in general is a safe pick just because like, you know, they're
I
normally
highly recommend Slam Dunk.
fairly
And
innocent.
Hajime no Ippo.
Gundam versus Hello Kitty.
What?
the fuck?
What?
That's the thing. It's called Gundam versus Hello Kitty.
Wait, is that Kaiji? Like 2 up from there.
Oh wait, 2 up? Wait, am I sure? I think you're majorly lagged.
Probably.
Let me share my screen to the Discord as well. Here we go.
That
Gundam
Kaiji one is really good.
Kaiji?
I think that's what it's.
Oh, this one. Oh yeah, no, I've seen people talk about this one. I've seen people
Yeah.
talk about this one.
It's like a psychological one where he's an impulsive gambler and then he like ends up gambling like his fingers and shit and losing them.
Me in Final
Space
Fantasy.
Cobra is also a classic. I would say.
Me, Final Fantasy.
Yeah, but in
the
general,
fuck
I
is
feel
this?
like
Okay, wait,
sports anime
download.
is safe, right? Some are mediocre, right? But like they're never like horribly bad as long as you have like 2 brain cells and know not to watch the random sports anime about like girls fighting with their asses, you know?
Oh yeah, I remember
Keijo.
that one.
That's Keijo. That's the
That was
worst
awesome.
one. No.
I think
I
I
was
heard
so
about that
confused.
one.
I'm like, what
I
the fuck is this
haven't-
plot? Like,
Catched it up. He said, "What is the plot, guys?
They just do
Yeah.
butt slams and they try and push each other into the pool. What's the problem?
Where's the plot?"
The problem for me,
God.
right, is that I gain zero pleasure from watching shows like that. Like I gain zero pleasure from watching any shows like that.
it just
Record of
generally
Lotus
made me
War.
infuriated.
Record of Lotus War is an absolute classic.
Oh yeah, I've heard a lot about this one.
Maybe this to start.
And
Well,
Dr.
it
Slump
was
was for
in
the
the
maker of
list.
Dragon Ball.
Actually, I
Oh yeah, no. This
It's
character
one of
definitely
every
appeared.
Hajime
anime.
How is this an
She definitely
anime?
appeared in Dragon Ball.
It's in the list.
He's actually one of the
Why do we
major
have
problems with Z, right? Because the original Dragon Ball series is like lighthearted comedy, so her power scaling made sense, right? But then once you get into super serious, man blowing up the moon, whatever action, and then she appears and then she's like, I can do that too. It doesn't really make sense, It's like it's like putting Bugs Bunny inside of what is it? Not Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo makes sense. But like putting Bugs Bunny inside of like Halloween, it kind of is weird. Right?
Very interesting.
Tamers.
Cool crossover.
yeah, there's like 2% like of anime that are like below 7 stars that I would definitely watch.
Yeah, but anything under 7 stars, I feel like
Bubblegum Crisis is a classic as well. And Mazinger Z.
I'm looking through anything that I like recognize.
Fantastic Children, I kind of remember. I think.
I hate children though. That's the problem.
That Irresponsible Captain Tyler is awesome too.
Sergeant Carrero is kind of a fun slice of life. It's a bit pervy though. I would avoid it. If you like more childish humor, maybe. It's not bad. What the hell's
All-purpose
Air Gear?
cat girl.
What?
Air Gear is good.
What?
Yeah, that's an old one. It's just kind of a comedy one. Air Gear is the one about like
This is
let's say skating.
This premise is concerning. The father brings the cat back. What?
To life as an android, yeah.
Yo, Air Gear. That brings me.
Air Gear was good because there's a lot of good music associated with it. It's like
to Loveru.
It's like
There's a bit
Speed.
of, like too much fan service, but they got the banger opening, which sound really good. It's just I always in the opening all the time.
Is Tales of the Abyss connected to the Tales of series?
No. Oh wait. There's a game that is Tales of Vestria. No, it's
There's
Yeah, I think
Tales
it's
of
connected.
Vespia. There's Tales of Mysteria. There's Tales of. I'm
I
roughly
think
trying
it
to.
might be related.
Wait. Let me check. Tales of. Ignore this. We were talking about the series earlier. Remember?
yo.
What you looking up,
Dude,
Wiley?
they got
What you looking up,
Roll,
of the Abyss connected to
Modal
Tales
Sushi.
of series. Is it? Oh, okay. So it's based off of Tales of Vesperia. Okay, so it is connected. Why didn't they just name it Tales of Vesperia then? What?
Because it's connected, doesn't have to be about it.
No,
Yeah.
but it's an
Exactly.
adaptation of the game.
They want it to be different.
Okay then.
I'm going to find a below 6-star.
You see this
show
art
and
style
see,
and
like, which
you know
ones-
it's 90s fan service. You see this art
I've seen
style.
like so many.
You see this art style and you know it's gonna be 90s fan service. Like
Saucer Hunter.
I mean just
Yeah.
like the hairstyle with like the overly detailed hair with a bunch of hecking highlights for no reason. You know?
Poor Infinite
It's like
Shows.
Tola knows
It's
like right off the bat which anime is a fan service and which one is not.
I know, right?
The thing is, you can tell off the art style.
You look at the name of the anime. Oh,
Crayon
that's fan service.
Shin-chan.
You look at-
Fucking comedy classic. Wata Wote is just like comedy or something.
Moral, this
Natsume
one
Book
is
is also
this one
good.
is about your life and having no friends. That's all.
Damn, you exposed him.
That was just
Damn.
mean.
That is
I know. I know, it's so true.
I know, so true.
Peach Girl's slice of life.
It's the moral truth.
No Game No Life I would
Oh,
avoid.
Sankyo no Terror.
What?
Terror is also
The one
I
good
kinda
thing
like
about it is the art style is amazing, the coloring is amazing, the plot is fun, but it's definitely fan service.
Yeah, they kind of like overdid it with the fan service on
The
that
art
show.
style
I have watched it.
Yeah,
Just watch the movie.
the art style I would say is amazing.
Oh yeah,
But-
the art style is good. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
the
without
art
a
style's
doubt.
amazing, the music is great, but like the plot is sorely lacking, and you can tell that's carried by
Yeah.
the fan service.
I wouldn't recommend the one
yeah.
above it.
Zankyo
I
no
got kinda
Terror
bored of
Tokyo,
it.
Tokyo Ghoul, play Unravel, please.
Tokyo Ghoul, just read the manga. That shit.
Oh yeah, the OPs. Yeah.
Oh,
The OP good.
wait, we don't have Punish Kaneki. Is that his name? Punish
It's Kaneki Ken.
Kaneki. There we go. There we
gone.
go. Play Unravel, everyone.
You just type in "gone" meme. That's it.
I like
Oh.
the Kaneki minion.
Yeah, but this is edgy as hell. If you're into
It
incessant
is.
edge, this is what you want to watch.
It's really edgy.
Don't cut
really
yourself.
edgy.
Yeah, the world is kind of cool, but like maybe watch if you're a first time anime watcher, but you can tell that it's
Parasite is
over.
good. It's just sometimes you'll feel emotional. Zankyo
Yeah.
no Terror I watched. It's-
Parasite also has a few adaptations and stuff on like other mediums.
Zankyo no Terror. The
I like
plot
the manga.
revolves around two terrorists.
Terraforms is about roaches.
Yep, Terraform.
World
I actually
Trigger,
like it.
World Trigger is like aliens are invading and they have magic and they fight off aliens as sci-fi, I guess.
Pretty much, and then goes better.
Mm-hmm.
It always is, isn't it? Like,
Truly, Seven is ecchi. It's a harem. You're welcome.
oh yeah. Fate. Why does it have 8 stars?
Yeah,
Can I-
Fate Zero is like the
can I
highest
give it
rated
0
one.
stars?
All the other ones, Fates are like
No,
much
it's because
lower.
some people
Like 6
just
star.
haven't even watched the Zero series. They just went to Unlimited Blade Works and they're like, oh yeah, good, very good.
Yeah, it's got the meat.
Unlimited Blade Works, I think, might be actually one of the most
I would
popular.
say
of the
Amagi
series.
Brilliant Park. Yes, there is fan service, and throughout like the last episodes, it gets way more fan service.
What's that 7.2? That's a lie.
The Seven Deadly Sins, I have
They're not
mixed
so
feelings about because
nice.
it's fun, but like as you said, the animation like dies in the second season, right? And also it's
Yes.
very clearly fan service in some parts. I don't really like how pervy the main character is, and I never really understood that. Like even when I was like 13,
Just say
yeah.
Escanor, best boy.
Yeah.
Best character.
There's
too,
definitely
magnum
some
opus.
really cool character concepts and that all that here and there, but in some parts it is carried by some fan service of the characters. You can tell
uh,
some of the characters are made for fan service.
Escanor is OP character done right.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Alola Zero has
I don't know, Zero is sci-fi.
That's like an 8.
it has a great soundtrack. That's all I'm gonna say. It has a
7.8.
really good soundtrack. If nothing else, you might wanna listen to the soundtrack for it. You know.
Barakamon is a slice
Also,
of life.
Matthew Mercer, nice. He plays D&D. That's all. Who? I
Gekkan
never.
Shoujo no Saki. Barakamon is a comedy slice of life.
You've already watched this,
Girl
right,
shoujo.
Moral? You've already watched Your Lie in April.
Oh yeah, I watched your line, April.
Shigatsu Kimi wa no
Oh, okay, yeah,
Senpai.
because good show, good show.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
Black Bullet fan service.
No one enjoys
Yeah, I
Your
just
Lie in
watched it.
April. They just cry and get emotionally attached.
Oh yeah. It's
I didn't
like
get
that,
emotional.
It's pretty emotional.
I was like,
yeah.
huh? I get
Norigami.
emotional. Is
That one's weird.
It's in a weird place for me because it's always been like everyone's hyped it up a lot, right? But it was just kind of a normal shonen kind of thing for me, with OP protag. But at the same time,
Well, he's basically
it
God.
has some good music. It has some good music
Yeah.
here and there.
Irregular,
It's part comedy, yeah.
Irregular Magic High School kind of fucked itself over because like
The main character wants to date his sister, or I think that's all I remember from it.
first,
Yeah.
What in the world?
they're technically not siblings. By the
Oh
way.
yeah,
They're not related by blood, but they
they're-
are related by family.
they're
Yeah.
not blood related, quote
It's just-
unquote.
They made
What
the
do you mean,
second season
quote,
so
unquote?
fucking like it was like it took 8 or 7 years for it to get released, like the second season. I'm like, yeah, I'm not watching it. Like, and plus, like, it's not even good anymore.
It's kind of generic OP protag kind of thing. It's basically
just, he's smart.
yeah. It's not even
Smart,
he's
strong.
smart. He's super duper talented, and so is his sister, and he wants to date his sister. That's it.
Plus, he's
Uh-huh.
immortal.
He's not really talented. That's a whole entire thing behind it. It's like basically there's magic, and these guys are all talented, but he's not talented at magic. The only thing he's good at doing is like anti-magic stuff.
So he's so negatively talented that he becomes talented again.
Basically.
Negative.
Okay.
He's just a genius in a different way.
Kind of fan
Monogatari
service,
series are amazing.
but
Isn't
like,
that Black Clover?
no.
No.
No,
Monogatari
like
series
the
is-
main
I only know about
character.
Black Clover because
The
of the
main
music. I haven't actually
character
watched it.
doesn't have magic, but he can do like anti-magic
Oh yeah.
shit.
Oh yeah. No.
And then everyone
Yeah.
else in the world has magic. His best friend is like the best.
Oh, you were talking about this before, Kay. And yeah, no, that is
No.
Black Clover.
Yeah.
And,
Daily Lives of High School Boys is funny.
It's a comedy
just
about high school boys. It's just that, but like to a large extent.
Like, it's kind of relatable too. It's just not it's what relatable but not relatable. It's like the
it's
guys
like
they get fucking
exaggeration
bullied and they're
of-
like so upset. They're like, why the fuck are you doing this to us? We haven't done anything.
It's an exaggeration of Japanese high school life. That's about it.
Yeah.
Garo, I don't know, but it has a crossover with Final Fantasy
Supernatural
14.
battles just
There's a
garbage.
Final Fantasy 14 Garo event going on right now. That's all.
oh,
That's how you know.
That's all I
that's
know.
all he does.
Brynhilder is a server in Final Fantasy 14.
How to Ride, good OST. Good OST.
I don't know.
The Wolf anime.
I don't know
Fami
anything
Shoujo.
about half of these things.
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
I
poke-
have
this.
not seen any of these before.
I watched a lot.
I feel like
There's one
Pepe
was
would know a
mid.
lot of these.
Yeah,
Uh,
scroll down. Keep scrolling down to Magic Kaito. Block out that icon thingy. No, yeah.
Which
Yeah,
one though?
Magic
There's
Kaito.
two.
There you go. No. You see the one up top? Do not show tomorrow. Do not. That is not. Magic Kaito 1412 and Magic Kaito are really good.
Okay.
Like I really recommend.
No, I
It's
enjoyed
like-
Magic Kaido. It's basically, hey, have you watched Magical Girl anime? Well, this follows the main character, but it's a male instead. Or
It's like no, it's like you watch Detective Conan. Here you go. Here's a spin-off.
yeah.
Yeah, it does look
With
like
height.
Conan.
It is because it's from the same creator.
And,
It's
Yeah.
the same creator, same
and
author.
they still haven't fucking finished Conan.
It's basically
Yeah,
like this
that's fine.
guy's a really good thief, and he does all the magical thief stuff where he does like the card
And-
thingamajig and tosses the card, and then he's like, I will steal your pocket watch in 2 days, and then
No,
he shanks the guy in
steals
that. No,
gems that
yeah.
believed to be like the stone that grants you like immortality.
Yeah.
And it revolves around that and it circulates to Detective
Yeah,
Conan.
but it's a lot of stuff about
Shinji.
like I am going to steal this item tomorrow.
Yes.
And then he steals the item tomorrow.
Yes.
Basically, the Philosopher's Stone.
It's
Yeah,
close enough.
basically. Close enough.
These things don't even have icons.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember freezing.
I remember Golden Boy.
Golden Boy's good. It's 8.
Kind of.
I watched it. I think it's only 6 episodes.
Oh, it's kind of fan
Sorry,
service.
Vampire is like a guilty pleasure, but it's fan service. Too
service.
much fan service.
You can tell from the profile picture. You can. You,
Bakugan no Shana is
these
also
are
a
these are
classic.
obviously fan service.
My
fan
Bride is a
service.
Mermaid. It's funny. No, it's like it's a parody.
This is fan service, obviously.
My Bride is a Mermaid
This
is
fan
not
service.
fan service.
This is
it's just
not fan service.
parody.
This is comedy, kinda.
Ping Pong the animation is also good. Recommended. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
That's
Average
pretty
You care
Asian
about-
experience.
If you care about the animation or drawing, fuck yourself. This is amazing.
Yeah. Right off the bat.
Assassin Classroom should be like a 6.
Assassin
Uh,
Classroom, I think, has a cool premise, but it's a bit too dragged out,
6.9.
and like they could have done better in some parts. I see why it's so
6.9.
popular because like the character designs are pretty good. Like you know they're very eye catching. There's a lot of colorful things, but obviously it's targeted at a younger audience, right? It has
There's no development with Nagisa.
Yeah, it has some really good character and like you know base stuff, right? But like the problem is they didn't execute it too amazingly. It's fun, but it's not amazing. That's all.
Hawaii no Seraph BL Yaoi.
Oh wait.
Hawaii no Seraph is Yaoi.
Play Unravel. Yeah.
Yaoi.
Uh.
Plastic Memories, kind of sad
Obviously also fan service.
because he falls in love with a robot. Kekkei Sensen is funny. I like the ending.
Wait, did we go
the
through all of
ending,
them?
Like
Did-
OST.
Is this everyone
Yeah,
on
I think
IMDb? IMDb only has 489 of them. Okay, we've
Well,
gone
I'm
through.
at
Yeah.
8,000 right now
What?
at 6.04.
That's in the top.
Oh,
Like in
I mean, you
like
can check
anime.
now and see their
okay.
top
Wait,
anime.
wait. Let's go to.
No, there's like 6,000.
Wait, where's the?
No, there's more than 6,000. I'm right now at 9,000.
There's no way.
Hello Kitty is 6.02.
What?
Shimatsu no Harem is 6.02. I agree. It was a shit manga and it's a shit anime.
Okay, let's go to the bottom of the user rankings.
Guardian Spy.
Wait, where?
That's another
Here
worst.
we go to number 1. 1.3.
What the fuck is High Guardian Spice?
It's a Netflix anime, I think.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
understandable. If it's made
Is
by
it?
Netflix, it will
I've
always
never
be
seen
good.
that before.
Netflix is
Let's
notoriously
watch
bad at
it.
making anime and choosing
Yes.
anime.
It's
And
not. I thought it was Crunchyroll. I thought it was Crunchyroll.
Oh, it could be
No.
Crunchyroll. I don't know.
I'm
Somebody was like,
surprised this is so low.
I'm gonna make my own anime.
I'm surprised this is so low because it's not much worse than like you know Bakugan or not Bakugan, but like what's the
Bakugan's
one
so
at the top?
nostalgic.
Beyblade. Like
Beyblade.
like both of them are
Yeah.
like both of them are obviously made to sell a toy, you know.
I think Beyblade was more popular because it wasn't
Ben?
some stupid magnet.
Ben.
Omniverse, I get.
car.
Omniverse wasn't great, but I feel like it gets a bit worse.
Invented my favorite anime.
Please do not watch School Days. It is just absolute garbage.
No, that is horrible. Don't even mention School
Sonic
Days.
X, I actually kind of enjoyed because it's just peak
Jeez,
90s. Sonic X is just like
Oh, Sonic
peak
X is.
Yeah, I watched Sonic X, but sadly Netflix does not have all the episodes.
Beyblade's 13th from the bottom. Blood Sea, how's that?
Hamtaro? Really?
If you're into gore, watch Blood Sea.
Why is Ghost in
Yeah,
the
I know
Shell
how
at
far
6
though.
point? This is kind of weird because
It's because it's IMDb. They do not know how to review.
It's MDB.
Yeah, but which Ghost in the Shell is that? It came out in 2000.
Oh, I remember
Funny.
Hi Hi Puffy
Oh,
on
okay.
Yugi. I remember that.
Which one was
It
that?
on Cartoon Network. I remember that.
SAC02045.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's so many different Ghosts in the Shell that I've kind of lost track of them. It's the same with Fate Night Stay.
Oh yeah, makes sense. Oh yeah, this one deserves to be here. This one is
What?
this one deserves.
Actually,
to be.
We do.
You mean 2 out of 10?
Oh yeah, it could be lower. Yeah.
Pointer is fan service.
And
I read the manga. It was
Iron Man,
decent.
let's
And then-
go.
Iron Man.
Wait, is this an Iron Man
100.
anime? Wait, what?
They made a
What?
Wolverine anime too.
Because like I know about like the bunch of Iron Man spin-offs. I remember watching one where Iron Man was a teenager question mark instead, and like a bunch of
Question
other
mark?
ones, right? But like when did they make an anime? You know?
I don't.
I'm
Okay.
still scrolling down. I'm at 9,200 in my anime list.
I don't. Baki
Some of these are just specials, like with bad reviews, like or
Maki.
OVAs.
I still don't like Baki's art style, but I get why it's there. But yes.
Bakihama. It's because the plot just doesn't make sense. It's just him fighting. And
Yeah,
they're,
pretty
like,
much.
overpowered. And they don't die.
What's wrong with fighting?
That was funny, right?
Fair
People
enough.
don't like the portion of the muscles.
I mean, they're not like anatomically inaccurate though, right? Like they might be a a bit big, but like I don't think they're too anatomically inaccurate. Other than like, of course, the demon
Death
bat.
March should be way lower than Apotheca. Like Death March to the parallel
Yeah, no,
world
but
Rhapsody.
all Fate series deserve to be at the top of
Yeah,
this bad
Apocalypse
list.
It's on Netflix.
Death
Digimon
March
Frontier.
deserves to be up there. Oh yeah, no, Frontier I don't really like too much. It's fine, but it's not great.
Codebreaker was cringe. For
Oh
me,
wait,
I
no,
was
no,
like,
wait. Let me just make sure this is. Yeah, no, I don't like this guy. No wait. There should be a worst. Where's Digimon Fusion? That should be at the bottom of the list. Like I would gladly put Digimon Fusion as the worst anime on this list. Digimon Fusion sucks.
You know, big fan of Fusion.
Yeah, no. Baki, okay. People really
Because
don't
they
like Baki.
fuse.
No, it's
just
because
the anatomical features of too much muscle.
What's wrong with muscle?
do you have any muscle, Pluton?
It's
A
like
little bit.
it's like no, it's like when they fight and they're so fucking strong, they don't kill each other, and they're like, damn, how are these guys alive?
I mean, in one
Damn,
part,
these
like
muscles
that's
are blocking the
important.
blades.
in one
Oh
part,
my
like
God,
the
they
muscles
can't
would,
die.
like in one part, the muscles would help from like them from like instantly dying because like extra mass and blah 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 blah, right? Because like like Bruce Lee
I finally found
had like the abs thing and then he died because the dude punched him and he wasn't tensed up, right? But like if you tense your muscles, you can
What?
get. What was it, Bruce Lee?
finally found
Am I
Dude, I was
thinking?
No.
like, no way. I was like,
That was like the
that's not
magician Houdini.
Houdini.
Was it Houdini? Houdini. okay.
Yes, it was Houdini. Yeah.
Yeah, he got sucker punched in the solar plexus and died.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah,
You could use that for Bruce Lee.
I'm trying to
I don't know.
find
You-
Isai's smartphone.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
I wanna see
GX
how
deserves to
low
be
it
down
is right now. I want to see.
It's
how
kind of weird that the
low-
first season of Yu-Gi-Oh might have actually been the best, Like unironically. Freezing fan service. A certain magical index. I don't know what to think about that one.
It's not.
The first one.
Netflix does not have all the episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Astra Score, all I know is it has a good OST, but like I don't know anything about the anime itself.
It was basically a copycat of the Chivalry one.
It has a good OST though, you gotta admit it. But yeah.
Actually,
No, they
Now that I
both
think-
released at the same time. Like the
Don't watch
one where
the
the guy
Berserk
was like
anime.
F class and he uses a fucking katana, and then
the-
this one.
Berserk,
Berserk should be higher.
don't watch the anime, just read the comic instead or the manga. Like
now that I think about it, a certain magical index is literally the same thing as a regular in high school.
I think they're connected.
No, I don't think
No.
so.
No, it's not.
But literally, the protagonist is like anti-magic in basically both of them,
Oh.
Yeah, with his right hand.
and then
Okay.
they get paired up with like somebody who's like super powerful in both of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sword Online. This probably is the only Sword Online worth watching. Like unironically.
Yeah,
It's-
I like that one. Why is it 6.8?
The thing about this series, right, is it's so good because the original author of Sword Art Online didn't write it, and the main character of Sword Art Online isn't in it.
I would say Scum's Wish should be way lower.
This I would actually
it's
suggest
just-
watching because it's cute. It's not like anything amazing, but it's cute. Right?
Scum Wish is absolutely horrible. I fucking hate it so much.
Dragon
It
Ball
makes me want to
Heroes.
punch my
I don't
monitor
agree
just
with this
thinking
one.
about it.
Dragon Ball Heroes is dumb, non-canonical, but it's in like the best way. Dragon Ball Heroes is pretty much an advertisement for the Dragon Ball games, but pretty much right. It's not canonical, or no, it's technically canonical, right? But the weird thing is the people just have free reign of it because it's based off of gacha games, right? So you see people from Dragon Ball GT, like Goku Super Saiyan 4 fight against Goku from like the games, right? Like Goku Xeno or whatever, right? With like Goku what is it? Ultra Instinct, right? And you see all of them fighting. And it's just dumb fun, right? It makes no hecking sense, but it's fun. Oh, and then you have actual OCs, like canonically you have like characters who are like, oh, this is my Dragon Ball OC and this is a video game. It's so weird. You can tell from this title not to watch it. Remember,
Manga was
anything with love in it, avoid. I don't think there's anything else. Avoid this one too. Fan service.
Yeah, the only anime I
avoid
heard of
Yu-Gi-Oh!
that has love in is Love Live.
A bunch of people really got onto this during 2020, but it's like
bro. She's in college.
it's kind of
People
weird.
didn't understand.
Yeah, no, but this one got very popular in 2020.
Tech Off was supposed to be good, but you have two studios working on it.
God
and, like, they're
Eater.
different.
God Eater happens in the same world as God Eater has a game. God Eater also happens in the same world as Code Vein as well, and pretty much people have like magic items which can eat monsters, I guess. So you have like a
Yes.
sword which can like consume things. If you are
Horror Zombie, too much fan service and parody.
I don't think God
Boruto.
Eater is magic.
No, God Eater happens in the same world as Code Vein.
God Eater is not like really magic related.
like-
It's mostly just weapons that goes against gods.
Yes.
Well,
So
I thought the weapons were like bioengineered from the monsters themselves.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, it's bioengineered by the monster.
Yeah,
themselves.
but then there's also E-Core and all that kind of stuff. It's like science magic.
and they have like these bracelets like for
Yeah. It's science magic. It's the same thing as magic. Boruto, I would rate lower if I could.
anime, really low. Manga, probably like in the middle.
It's decent. It's nowhere as good as original Naruto. Oh, another problem with a lot of these like, second generation shows, right? Is the scaling doesn't work just because they need to one up the other characters, right? So Boruto in here, like Boruto at the middle of like the first season, right, could beat Naruto's ass when he was 17, even though it's like a 5-year age difference,
But they even had like this weird filler where they just like went to meet the young Naruto and still like he was stronger than young Naruto.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Shaman King, I don't remember.
Shaman King, disgusting, terrible. I would say.
Right, Star Wars Visions. If this is the one I'm thinking of, has
I think
some
it was,
really
on
cool concepts.
Netflix.
Oh yeah, no.
It
This
has
one is-
some
that one-
really
that
cool
one's
concepts
very
and
good.
sharp
Whoever,
animation.
whoever says Shaman King was like their childhood anime, please just delete it off your mind. It's just generally disgusting.
If you watched Shaman King as a
legit
child and you
child.
were bullied for watching anime, you deserved it.
Yes, you deserved it.
Probably fan service.
Oh, that's rated 5 stars, by the way, in my anime list. How Not Summon the Demon Lord. It's like 5.85
Why do you memorize its rating?
because I'm scrolling down and I'm at 10,000.
Oh no.
Santa Company 5.76.
I remember reading the novel for this one before the
How do-
anime came
how
out.
do I forget the
This was
novel's
so
good?
bad. This is
It's just the anime worse.
I've seen 8 of these series. It's the series where main character in his class gets reincarnated into another world, right? Main character gets bullied because he's weak, and then he becomes super
What a
strong
worst
after
class.
being betrayed, right? And I've seen like 20 novels like that. Like unironically, I've seen like 20 novels like that. The same exact concept every single time with the same copy and paste character.
You know, there's a manga that's a parody of it too, and he's like, damn, like he makes fun of like everything. There's this manga that made fun of the Shield Hero. There's a and it connects to like other isekai like fucking animes, and he
There's
just
also a
makes
novel
joke
for
of
this
them
one
all.
as well. There's also
Yeah.
a novel for this one as well.
I like that one.
It's decent. It's nowhere
It's
as bad
decent.
as this one. It's nowhere as bad as this one. This one's just edgy as hell. The main
Yeah, I don't
character's
Eden Zero, that's on Netflix.
the main character's hair goes
Don't even
white
watch
because
Eden
of how
Zero.
painful his experiences are, and he loses an
I just
arm,
know. I just know.
and then he
Eden Zero
makes an
because it's a
arm
big
out
cat.
of metal
So-
by using his alchemist powers.
It's because they basically try and kill him.
No. He falls into a
Yeah, I
dungeon,
got
right?
caught with
And then
poison.
he loses his arm, and then he goes through painful experiences so much that his hair goes white. And then by using the power of alchemy,
It's not his hair goes white. It's he ate something and
He ate
his
monsters.
hair goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was poison.
Do not watch that. in World War I. It's
Did
just
anyone
a
enjoy
mind
Guilty
fuck.
Crown?
I think I did.
Good.
It was. This is. Excel
Batum,
World is in the same world as Sword Art Online. That's all I'm gonna say. Continue.
No, they had a collab. I don't think it's actually the same world.
Excel World happens post Sword Art Online. It's
Batum is
it's by the
just a
same
battle
author.
royale done wrong.
It's like a comedy. It's not that bad.
Yeah, but it's like canonically in the same world as Sword Art Online, and I don't really trust the writing prowess of the
Plot,
author.
plot of Batum. People that played this MMO get summoned to like this mysterious island. They fight for their lives. Some fan service. The end. Didn't even finish. Like the whole entire like.
Then the
series
original
didn't even
Yu-Gi-Oh's
finish.
on there? I just saw
Okay, but Batum actually is, hey, so have you played Call of Duty? Do you want to live in it? Someone says yes. Wow, now they're dying.
it's like
Oh
this,
my God.
it's like, hey, you play Final Fantasy or any other MMO? Yeah.
Well, do you
How
want to
about
live
this?
in it
We just summon the best players and just kidnap them,
and get them to
inject this
PvP to each
chip.
other?
kill each other, and see who's the final one that lives. You're welcome. And here you go. Here's a set of bombs. Specifically, your character's bombs.
I must say back then that was like a common theme.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Baka to Test is really good, by the way.
Baka to Test is fun. It's
Yes.
fun fan service. It's
Yes,
like
fun fan service.
it's basically main character lives in a world where you can beat up other people based off your grades. If you have better grades than other people, you can steal their lunch money.
Hideyoshi best girl.
I don't remember any of the character.
Hideyoshi.
So you get like
Wasn't that a
straight A's, you
guy?
pretty much like beat up everybody.
That was a guy.
Hideyoshi's a boy, but he has a twin that's also a girl.
That is
Tonight,
more boy-like
No
than him.
Kaibutsu is the reason why it's rated low is because it's dull, like really dull.
I
You get
remember this
nothing out
one.
of it.
Okay, so
it's just
so
a guilty pleasure.
so pretty much the premise of this, right, is the main character is the girl, right, and then she
Smart
has a
girl falls in
delinquent
love with-
with a delinquent friend who treats her horribly, or
Yes.
yeah.
They begin dating.
They warm up to each other and all that, but like it's like, bro, it's like, why would you date a random ass gangster unless he's hot? The only reason it works is
And
because
he's
he's
smart
hot.
too, but he's also like smart
Yeah.
for some reason.
The only reason it works is because he's hot. If he was not hot,
I like
then
gangsta.
then this would be a psychological horror.
I like Gangsta. Gangsta, fucking banger OP.
This is
Sakamoto Desuka
this is a fun comedy if you like
it's a fun
slice
comedy.
of life. It's nothing
Yeah.
too serious, right? But it's pretty much main character is super dang handsome and never make mistakes ever. And people try to humiliate him, and then he
It's just eccentricity. Like they like
it,
make
it's
it
just
like
yeah.
It's
It's
just
just
this
fan
guy's
service
so
on the
eccentric.
thing of being cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like fan service, but it's like fan service
No.
of I am the coolest one in the school, right?
Yeah. I enjoy
Chobits
it.
fan service. Gunslinger Girl.
Chobits, never heard of it.
I've never heard of. Basically,
Oh,
person.
there it is. K-State Night right there.
Oh,
The reason-
Chobit?
Chobits.
I understand.
Those are a decent one.
Yeah.
Please do not
it's
watch
still fan
Stay
service.
Night.
Don't watch
Stay
it.
No
Night.
fan service in Chobits.
Stay Night just goes off topic of Zero.
Fates. Just avoid the Fates series. Like you've already watched the best one. There's no point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Just
already
watch
watched
Zero.
Zero. I don't think I have
That's
any
it.
intention to watch like the other.
Rent a girlfriend. Ew,
Fate
disgusting.
series.
Get out. Rent a girlfriend. Get
Oh
out.
yeah.
Way lower.
Basically.
Oh, I did that one.
The
Uh,
offer also.
what's
You
that
suck.
one?
Ben 10, what the heck?
Yeah, Ben 10 Alien Force. Watch it. You watch it. More
Honestly,
Rent a girlfriend.
Ben
whoever
10
put Rent a
Alien
Girlfriend
Force
at 7.3
isn't the worst. Ultimate Alien isn't bad either. Although I would just watch the original series though if you want to get into Ben 10.
I think Rent a Girlfriend was NTR stuff.
Yes.
it is.
It is.
I like that was in the second or third episode. As soon as I saw that, I was like, "Yep, I'm not watching
Wait,
anymore."
is this the one? Is this the one with the meme of the dude who does the thing
Yeah,
shake or
yeah,
lays in the
like-
pond?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just horrendous. Like whoever gave it a 7 or above or like
You see
Six?
the name in
Anything-
the title. Do not watch it.
Is Stephen King in it?
It's not that bad. It's just
I've seen
It's just
eight.
generic.
I've seen 8
It's
books with the
just
same
generic.
premise. I've seen 8 books with the same
Yeah.
premise, where it's like, bro,
Hey,
it's
Toy.
Yeah,
You want me
it's
to?
very
You
predictable.
want me to break your record? I've seen 22 of them.
counted.
Yes.
Way of the
I
House
read
Husband, I would
22
suggest.
of them.
Fun slice of life. Basically,
Yes.
basically.
Wait, which way the house has been?
Yeah, the way of
The
the House
reason
Husband.
why people rate it low is because it's not animated, animated like with movement. It's just they think it's a slideshow.
It's a
but it's
colored
good.
manga. It's basically a
Yeah.
colored manga put on slideshow.
Yeah.
Basically,
But it's so good.
the premise of this, right, is this gangster found love, right, and now he's living as a house husband, right, and he's trying to avoid his like shady past, right, and it's a lighthearted comedy with him like running into like his past gangster members and being like, oh yeah, no, I've become a good person, or like him doing some shady stuff, or like looking super scary, but like being actually a good person now. It's a
just
fun
like,
it's
hey,
a fun
I'm a
slice of
family
life.
now. Please.
Yeah, it's
Like-
like I'm a family man. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I do see that's on Netflix. It's on Netflix.
I would watch it. It seems up your alley.
Yeah, I'll probably give that a watch. It's only like 10 episodes.
I
as far as
remember
I've seen.
hearing about Ghost Sick. I don't remember anything about it.
It was like they were trying to get into mystery, but then it just like went out of the ballpark.
Tiger and Bunny is not a 7.3, but if you like B-rated superhero, that's the one to watch.
If I want B-rated superhero, I would watch My Hero Academia.
I agree. Tokyo Ravens belong in 7.3. Nisekoi. I like the like animation art style. It's just the
Favorite
plot
anime:
just kinda-
Transformer World for Cybertron.
The one above that's horrible.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I do not.
Get Backers is not a 7.4.
Ben 10's actually pretty good for a cartoon. It's
Lucky
pretty
Star
good.
is now 7.4. Lucky
Star is a good comedy. It is a fun comedy.
It deserves like an 8 and above.
I mean, like for its place
No
inside of
way
the
they
anime
put
sphere, it should deserve it.
Interspecies 7.4. It should be way lower.
Cautious Hero I never got. Cautious Hero is
I like that.
I like it.
I mean, it's a good series, but like the entire punchline is main character is way too cautious, and that's the entire thing. Like that's the entire thing. It's like, oh, you're training for another 25 hours
He's also
again.
gender equality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he just trains by doing push-ups.
Yeah, and pretty much, once you watch the first episode, you get the rest of the episodes. It mainly
And then you
revolves
realize
around the
he's
romance.
basically the same character that was summoned multiple times.
Yeah,
And you're
I
like,
think
wow.
It's just a comedy making fun of the whole entire genre.
yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. It's fun, but like you're not gonna get anything groundbreaking over it, but it's definitely fun. I just didn't really get the comedy too much because it just felt like the same thing over and over. The only thing I
Finest
really
Assassin got ruined.
The only thing I
It's just
really
too
liked
weird.
about Cautious Hero was probably the development between the characters, because I think that's where it shines. Probably.
Yeah. Finest Assassin. I
Never
didn't like
look
it.
at the world's finest anything, because it's gonna be mediocre at best.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the author being like, oh, this self-insert is so powerful. Look at how smart he is.
Wow, he's the greatest assassin, but reborn. And then after that, they just go off track. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, if it's anything with assassin in its name as an anime, right? Don't watch it, because it's gonna be some edgelord like being super hyper competent and
Mario is illegal operation 7.5.
what?
Free is good.
Grimgar is good. Grimgar is actually pretty dang good.
Grimgar, I would say, is a 9 out of 10. It's like my guilty pleasure.
I wouldn't even say it's a guilty pleasure, because I feel like for me, right, it's not the fan service I enjoy from it. It's watching the characters suffer.
It's the character development of how they suffered too.
I would feel like this is probably the most realistic isekai, because the main character is
Yes.
like an isekai into another world, right? But they just suck at what they do, right? They go through PTSD, they
fucking
go
kill
through
goblins.
they go through coping with trauma, they go through dying to goblins, and I laugh at every single moment. It's a comedy for me.
It's not a comedy for me because I'm like, this is so.
I
relatable.
watch
That's
them
me.
cope with death, and I laugh.
As soon as I saw one of his friends died, I'm like, yep, that's me. Goodbye.
Yeah, but this is probably the most realistic one. Its art palette
Yeah.
is amazing. Like you know how I keep being like art doesn't do much for me. Well, Grimgar of Fantasy and Ash, right? Like just look at the art palette for like the anime and everything. It's amazing. The armor is fairly realistic as well. Like you could definitely do better. Definitely like isekai-esque, right? But it's not like, you know, you're in
Character
you know
development's
anime
amazing, too.
armor. Right.
Is this the one where like the main character is just like depressed 90% of the entire anime?
Yeah, because everyone's dying. Yeah, pretty much. The main
And he
character.
can't do shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he's like the weakest out of the bunch too.
yeah, and this guy's super dang slow. This guy is gonna die instantly because he's super angry. And the healer, yeah, she's gonna die because she's super weak. This person, she uses a bow. She's probably gonna die. Everyone here is gonna die. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, they recruited a healer. Oh, she's gonna die too.
Yeah. But the characters are actually pretty dang well grounded. And
Yes.
if you're into actually well-written characters for isekai, this would probably be my only suggestion for well-written isekai, you know? This one, is it wrong to pick up Girls at a Dungeon? Definitely fan service, but it
I
doesn't
just love
really
the
try to
abridged.
hide.
I rather let you guys watch the abridged version of Danmachi than actually watch the anime because it basically
Honestly,
covers up everything.
yeah,
in a
this
comedic way.
one I feel like is a tongue-in-cheek, you know, hey, this is fan service and everyone knows it's fan service, right? Because like the title, the
Yeah.
just look at the title, right?
That's why I recommend watching the abridged. It's just so fucking funny.
I never really got Blue Excursion.
Anno Exorcist,
Yeah,
It's not that bad.
it's your generic.
the original
It's a
one
shoujin,
is.
isn't it?
This one is another
Or
season.
shonen.
This is
Yeah, it's
Kyoto
just a
Saga.
shonen. It's main character with the evil devil arm. Blah 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 blah. I'm cursed. Blah 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 blah.
And
But
his-
I'm gonna
and his
save the
brother
world.
is
Blah
like
blah
the
blah. blah.
opposite of it too. He's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I didn't see the spin-off. The first one wasn't too horrible.
Darling
Yeah,
in the
first one
Franks, I
wasn't
never
too
really
bad.
got.
I had like 10 volumes of Anno Exorcist. It was like my third.
You've probably
anime
heard the drama
next
about
to
Darlings
Code
and the
Geass.
Franks, because like it's either you love it or you hate it. There's no in between. I feel
Yeah.
nothing's worth it. The Slayers was definitely a '90s show. That's all I'm gonna say. It's like fun ? But it's definitely a '90s show. You know, it reeks of '90s. Like Moral, you would like this.
What's wrong with the 90s? What do you
Movement.
this man
Wait,
has
which one?
the
Which one?
90s.
I was making a joke because the Slayers is pretty much
Toyland
peak
has not
90s.
lived in the 90s. That's why.
Like
He's
this
right
show
in the
is
90s.
like condensed 90s fantasy, right?
Guys, I found it. I found it.
Yeah.
Next to Mario stuff.
What?
Luigi's Toy Story. Bro, there's so many of these Mario movies on the IMDb list.
That's not IMDb. That's my anime list.
Okay.
Why is that on my anime?
Okay, this one right here, right? So, Bofuri or whatever, right? Kind of fun comedy. So it's
Yeah.
basically, you know, all the other edgy, I reincarnated, blah 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 into like
No,
you
it's
know
not
VR.
reincarnated.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting to that, but it's pretty much like a deconstruction of the genre because the main character is just there for fun, right? And also
It's a
the
parody.
yeah, the
Yeah.
balancing of the world sucks, right? Because the main character is pretty much like, I'm gonna put everything into defense, right? And gets like magical items and whatever, right? And then she's just like, oh, the top players can't even kill me. Like there's like 50 top players like just attacking her, and she's like, I have taken 1 HP damage, you know?
Yep.
And
It's a comedy. She's like, what the fuck? I'm a lower level than these guys yet.
yeah,
How the fuck Can they not kill me?
if you look at it too hard, it makes no sense, or you can just blame on the
She's even
developers
confused
not knowing how to
herself, too.
balance things, right?
She's confused herself too. She's like, what the fuck? How
Yeah.
am I not dead?
If you look at it too hard, it doesn't make sense. But as a comedy, it does what it does, right?
Yeah.
And it's fun. If you're into light-hearted fantasy, I wouldn't go against it. You know, probably
Yeah.
one of your better lighthearted fantasy. If you're
And her
really
friend,
going for
who just made
lighthearted
an
fantasy
account.
though, you should
She's
watch
OP.
Goblin Slayer. Goblin Slayer is the most
Yes.
funny, funny.
I love Goblin Slayer. That shit was so funny,
Um,
so lighthearted. I'm glad they beat the goblins with the power of friendship.
Okay, hear me out. Beelzebub is my guilty pleasure, both manga and the anime.
I don't remember it.
It's about a guy taking care of a demon baby,
oh,
and they
Gate.
make fun of like, oh, Gate. I say fan service, too much fan service.
Okay. The
I was
problem
like-
with Gate, right, is that they imply that the Japanese government's army could beat the United States army with like 20 people. It makes no sense.
Also implies that they could kill a dragon with just one bullet.
Honestly,
Didn't, like the U.S.
like,
government, like make sure the Japanese government was
It
not
was the
that
second
powerful.
season. It didn't make any sense.
no,
It was
no.
the second season.
so
They're
in,
like, we
in
could take
Gate, right?
Russia and Japan or USA or something like that.
in Gate, right? The Japanese self-defense force, which isn't even like a formal army, it's just a bunch of like random ass volunteers who don't have like any training, right?
Yeah, they're fucking needs.
Managed to protect a
needs.
portal to another fantasy world from the United States Army.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
It's not real. That's not gonna happen.
They're like, how the fuck do you have these random neats that can actually do shit while there's like a whole ass army that can actually do stuff?
Yeah, no, and the main character is like some random ass middle-aged man. Like he's not even like well trained or anything. He's just random middle-aged, and he's like getting with a bunch of random like elf girls or whatever.
2 elf girls, 1 immortal lolly.
Why do you
duck,
memorize
gothic
this?
Something.
Are you okay, Kay?
No.
Okay. Goblin Slayer.
And then he also has his girlfriend who's also an otaku.
Okay, Goblin Slayer. Do not watch it if you don't like dark themes. If-
Hatarak?
like unironically, like I would not
Hataraku
show this
Saibo
to
is also good.
children.
Some
Pro-
Yeah,
Look, it's
whoever
great.
who would show this to children? Sick,
I would.
sick twisted people.
I would.
Exactly, sick twisted people. Like,
No.
Yeah.
Coming up is Sailor Moon.
No, but Goblin Slayer is actually pretty dang good. It's Dungeons and Dragons. It's Dungeons and Dragons, but with a grimdark twist and all that stuff. It has a banger OP, right, and all that kind of stuff. But I would be very careful with it. You know, like
I like the main protagonist. He never takes off his mask.
he does take off his mask
at one time.
sometimes.
Sometimes.
Tamagotchi, good show.
I told you, it's 8.6 stars. It must be good.
I don't remember anything about Lotus Wars. Tamers.
It's good.
Okay. Full Metal Panic. I have no idea. Captain Tsubasa. I've heard
It's
good
good.
things about it.
It's a soccer.
Yeah. Any Demon? No, avoid this. Well, it's a
No,
comedy.
it's-
It's
It's a good slice of life.
it's a isekai comedy where the main character is like, oh, I am enrolling in monster school, but I didn't know monsters existed until yesterday.
No, he's just a guy that just is a pushover. He just accepts everything.
Yeah. You mean every other isekai protagonist?
That's my guilty pleasure.
Ben 10
Generator Rex. Let's go.
Generator Rex premise good, first few episodes good, but they kinda oversold it and then burned it.
They did a crossover with Ben
If you
10.
don't want to cry, Angel Beats.
Yaoi.
Oh, Angel Beats. That's on Netflix. I haven't watched it.
Another, if you want to psychologically fuck
another's
yourself
pretty
over. I already know the whole plot of another. I could even.
good. High School DxD.
Okay.
What? How's it 7.6?
High School
It's like a
DxD.
3.
High School
Booster.
DxD
Yeah, it's a-
is how would I say this? It's fan
It's a
service
solid 2.
intensified. It's
It's
pretty much
solid
if you
2.
got every horny demon lord main character and turned it into one person, this is him, right? He gets powers from being overtly horny, and that's about it.
Yep. Booster. Booster.
What the heck? What kind of anime is that?
It's not an anime.
It's not an anime.
It's It's yeah.
After that, I'm like, nope, I'm not watching that.
Okay,
it's
Sword Art
something
Online.
even.
Okay, Sword Art Online, like for all the flack it gets, if it's your first anime, I think it actually does a decent job. It's
First arc. does a
fun
decent
power
job.
fantasy. Yeah. The first arc, really good, fun power fantasy. Don't watch anything after the first arc though. As soon as you see him
As soon as
reunite
you
with his
finish episode
sister,
13,
yeah. As soon as you see him reunite with his sister, turn off the show.
turn off. Yes.
It
not,
doesn't exist after that.
like not even
Yes.
like you know, it's like not even like, you know, learning her name or whatever. You see her and
Sugata,
she's like, oh brother,
Rifa.
right? And then you're like, no, turn off the show. You're done. You're done there, right? But like
Just skip that and just go to Alicization.
if you're looking for anything good, right, I would
Hataraku
not watch it,
Mao-sama.
but you don't know what good is yet, and this is actually a pretty good benchmark of like the general trend. It's a
Or
good
you
introduction.
don't know what good yet is. You don't have.
You're in the
capabilities.
privileged
This is what
position where
you
you
should
can
watch
watch it.
more. First arc of SAO, the first season, and then Alicization.
And then the last
Skip
season.
all the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Alicization.
Yeah.
Part 1 and 2.
I never actually watched it, I read it. But yeah. Oh, funny enough, when I was in middle school, I got a drive full of all the pirated novels. I just had a folder full of all the
I
pirated-
had a super huge argument because like one of my best friends was like a huge SAO fan, like the manga, not the anime. And I was like, I'm like SAO's mid, and then he's like having a war with me. I'm like,
Wait, he
bro,
read the manga, but he didn't read the novel. That's like a new kind of degenerate. It's like
he read both. He read both.
Okay.
I'm just like I was arguing with him like that there was other series that were like way better.
if you're gonna read the novel, they actually rewrote the entire first
It was-
like arc, which is actually somewhat
Yeah.
decent. But like
it
the
was
original.
basically a 2v1 on me.
Log Horizon. If you want to watch SAO, but like somewhat good, watch the first season, drop the second season. Same thing as SAO.
Yep.
Ruby. If you want to watch the first season and like the first few seasons are pretty good, it drops downhill at the bottom. I've heard it gets better, but it takes too long for me to care. I don't care
It's
anymore.
American anime, isn't it?
Watch
Yeah.
Golden Time
It's
if you
made
want a guy
by
who has
Rooster
amnesia.
Teeth. It's made by the
Yeah.
people who did the Halo cinematic
Do not
thingamajigs.
watch Prison School.
That's probably why it's not good.
Please do not watch Prison School.
Yeah.
We're not allowed.
It's not
Those
that
are only
bad.
for those that are horny.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's still funny.
Okay.
Yeah,
Golden
it is.
Time. I PvP with someone named Golden Hour in Final Fantasy 14. That's all I know about it.
Prison school.
Okay. Golden Time is a hit and miss for me. There's like some episodes that make sense, and then there's some episodes that you just don't understand.
Tokyo
Because
Ghoul.
it's stupid.
Tokyo Ghoul. That's all.
Tokyo Ghoul is Tokyo Ghoul. Classroom of the Elite.
Play
it's just-
Unravel.
Tanya the Evil's good.
Yeah, it's fun. Basically, main character dies on a train track and like curses God, and then reincarnates to the body of a little girl, and then joins the Germans in World
Nazi.
War II.
Joins the
Yeah,
Nazis.
Yeah, and then the magical little girl who
Is it
part
called
of
Yojo Sanki or something?
who is part of the Germans goes around and tries to
Oh.
kill God. That's basically the premise. Also, don't say that word.
Classroom of the Elite. I don't
Moral,
know,
you should
man.
just
Like,
you
Was
should
it good?
just- once I
Yeah, it
upload this
wasn't
VOD,
good.
you should just watch through everything and be like, this is what I should and should not watch.
Fire Force. If you have a foot fetish and fire, there you go. You're welcome.
Solid 9 for foot fetish.
Fire
Sorry.
Force for like actual unironic thing is basically demons have fire abilities, people fight demons. That's about it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you like watching Fire Force, you have a foot fetish because the main character has fire.
Tenchi
on his
Muyo is
feet.
good.
I
It's
heard
old.
Code Geass is good.
His and her circumstances pretty good actually.
That's a good slice of life, yeah.
I'm looking at the
Which one?
description, and this is what Putin says
His and
is good.
hers.
What, do you know how old that one is? It's like one of the first animes I've ever seen.
That's fair.
Every man needs a good woman.
Yeah,
My man
six.
has 6.
I don't remember ever reading that as a synopsis for that, though.
Well, does he have 6 women?
Someone's dying.
Is this why you like it so much, Fluten?
No, I've never seen that synopsis.
I'm sweating. I'm dying.
Okay, well, let's continue.
His and Her Circumstances. That one's actually pretty good. It's a slice of life.
It's good.
It's like people aren't exactly what they seem.
Tell me about the robot, Fluten.
Mobile Suit Gundam Seed is about a college kid who finds himself in the middle of a war, takes over, and basically kills everyone.
Okay. Honestly, sounds cool.
So he is considered one of the most favorite of all the Gundam series.
I don't know, but like this one has some really good songs. That's all I know.
The Grayman has good songs. Darker Than Black, good songs. Just weird plot because it's an assassin.
Beastars, that's on Netflix. Never
Beastars-
watched
Tower
it.
of God, good songs.
That's
Moral, you need to
Beastars if
watch it because you're a
and I want
furry.
good plot too.
Moral,
Dude, shut up.
you need to watch it because
Like, hear me out. My friend, although my friend's not a furry, he would say Beastars is pretty good.
yeah,
Like,
no,
because he read
Beastars
the
is
manga?
unironically good.
Not the anime.
Yeah.
He hasn't
it
watched the
is.
anime, but he's read it, and
The
it's
manga.
ironically good.
Yeah, no. The thing about Beastars is the way I would
And you know
describe
what's
it.
ironic too?
So-
He hates furries.
Yeah, he can watch BNA and Beastars if he wants to.
Yeah,
It's two furry animes I know.
the thing about Beastars, right, is the way I would describe it is: have you watched Zootopia? Well, this is Zootopia, except more oriented
correct.
towards horny people, and also more.
No,
orient-
it's
No,
Horny and gory.
one of the central one of the central plots is that the bunny is very horny. That's one of the central.
I guess.
Yeah.
And the wolf ain't even a carnivore. He doesn't like.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
eating its
it's
prey.
basically a part gang drama, part like action thing, part high school ish college drama.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty fun. I would suggest it. But like it is a bit
It's
weird. I feel like the characters aren't really like the characters are representations of like kinds of people.
The only
not
thing
like
I know is Legoshi. That's it.
Okay, Tower of God. I don't know. It has a cool comic.
I haven't watched the anime. I only read it.
The comic was fun. I don't remember anything about
You
it.
read the comic.
It's
It-
just something to blast. You know. It's just.
Yeah, the comic
just
was
something to
fun.
blast.
Cool concepts. Person has
If-
like a rapier, but like it's just like a needle. It's just like a single needle.
I don't know his name. Is it Bam or Bon? I don't know.
It's Bam.
I
I'm
did
pretty sure.
Bam. I think it's Bam, yeah.
The music, the composer, I think, was the same person who wrote the music for Made in Abyss.
I didn't watch
Damn,
that.
no wonder why they gave
No,
it to
Blue
Stray
Period,
Kids.
I saw that one. I
Black
saw
Butler,
that.
Butler.
this is very-
This is the quintessential 14-year-old
Black
girl in
Butler.
2013. 2013 14-year-old girl anime.
No, it wasn't 2013. It was 2010. I've seen so many girls. They were like in an emo phase, and they're like, "Oh my god, Black Butler, you must watch."
It's the best anime.
Yeah, they're like that's anime, and then I'm just there like watching Code Geass, and all you hear is dun, 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 Jabuo. and then you realize that I was watching it in dub. I'm like, yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know. I watched both dub and sub, so because like dub was like the first season because I didn't understand.
You
it
would
was
know
like my
about-
first anime. Same with Soul Eater, dub.
Luton, you would know about Knights of Sidonia, right? I think you talked about this
Yes.
before. Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Okay, we don't need to
Oh yeah,
talk-
yeah, I remember you mentioned that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Blue Period, I saw that one. That was like on the previous.
Do da 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 da
section.
da.
Like, I saw that. It's like okay. It wasn't like too great, but it was like okay.
I never
Overlord, if you like edgy OP guy.
I never
who's
got
a
Overlord.
loner.
Basically the premise, right? Main character is the strongest one in the MMO. He reincarnates into another world with his entire guild. He has every single OP item he has. He has the entire cash shop. Like he spent his entire money IRL on the cash shop, right? And now he is like complete whale of the game, right? And then he reincarnates into a fantasy world, right? And then he's just pretty much like, I'm gonna abuse this fantasy stuff on random people. And like there's always this like looming underneath threat where it's like, oh no, maybe I'm not the only one here, but they don't really go into it ever.
Yeah, they should have
And-
ended it after the first season.
Because like I feel
Yeah.
like there always was that plot where it's like, oh no,
Second, third, fourth season just didn't make any sense. It's just
because they
unnecessary killing.
they had a cool like setup for like a evil villain, but they never really went anywhere with it, right? Because they were like,
He
Mhm.
wasn't
but-
even
it-
evil. It's just he liked murder.
no,
That's
it was like that person who like took over Shaltir or whatever, and I was like, oh, that's cool. They actually have like some ominous like promotions, blah 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 blah. But then they
And then it ended so quickly.
they didn't do anything with it. You know, they didn't. Do
No, they just left.
Yeah, it just ended so quickly.
Exactly.
He was like, "Oh, hi, master." He's like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah, and then like it's like, where's the threat? Because like that was the one time they actually seemed to have like some kind of like stakes
And you
to it,
didn't
right?
even know who the fuck did the mind control on that.
Yeah, yeah. So cool premise, kind of dropped it. Very OP
Cool premise,
protagonist.
and they gave up like midway. They're like, "Yeah, this doesn't make any."
I feel like
sense.
if they extended some of the plot points that they dropped, it could have actually been pretty dang good. But like,
Yeah, you can say that by a lot of anime stuff.
yeah, that's true. It's definitely I would definitely say it's like probably one of the higher rated ones, especially in the normie sphere. So you would like it, Moral. If
Yeah,
it's,
which one?
if it's liked by normies, you'll probably like it, Moral. So Overlord.
Overlord.
It is.
Oh,
It
never
used to be
really.
liked by normies.
Yeah.
You should watch Dragon Maid.
Oh,
Yes, Kobayashi.
yeah, no. Moral
Good.
would actually like this. Moral, pretty much,
Good
right?
slice of life.
Pretty much, right?
felt too.
You remember Kiryu Coco and all those VTuber people, right? Like the
Yeah,
VTuber
yeah,
dragons.
yeah. Mhm.
Pretty much, the plot of this one, right, is a random office lady gets some roommates and their dragons in human form, and pretty much they have like fun hijinks, and it's a fun slice of life comedy. So I think it would be up your alley actually. Like unironically, you should probably watch this one. It's fun.
It's just dragons doing normal things.
Yeah, it's dragon people having cute slice of life things with some misunderstandings here and
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
Nothing groundbreaking, no like major story arcs, no major like stakes or anything like that. But like comic misadventures. That's the perfect way to describe it.
hmm
Mm.
You should
Oh,
watch
I'll
this.
keep that one in mind.
You should
Yeah.
watch
It's
this.
also my
Just-
guilty pleasure. Like when I'm bored, I just watch that, and I'm like,
it never
"Ah."
was overly
nice.
heavy on fan service. Like some of the character designs are definitely like leaning into that territory, but like I wouldn't say it's like fan
Ilyu,
service based.
Yeah, Ilyu.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like,
It's like softcore fan service.
Yeah.
And
and I like how
this one
like,
was a bit weird because it's like 15-year-old orphan gets adopted by someone and turned by like some super old, like not even like a 30-year-old or whatever, but like a ancient like 1,000-year-old being and marries her, and I'm like, bruh.
to be honest, I have never seen quintuplets, and I will never see it because I do not like harem animes.
I don't
or
like
anything
romance.
revolving around that.
I hate romance.
I just hate harems
I mean, fair.
because like it just gives me like bad vibes,
Makes sense.
and
I-
plus like
I think the main problem with harem anime, right, is that the main character will neglect at least one of the people, and they'll just have to live with it, you know? Oh, Space Captain Hook. Okay, no, I don't know what that one's about. But Digimon Adventure, I would actually suggest it. Watch the English dub though, because it's funny.
just like ghost stories.
Yeah, no, because the English dub makes fun of the original series and like its flaws.
Tonikawa is just like that heartfelt like anime that
It's romance.
came out of nowhere.
I hate
Yeah.
romance. Oh no, but K-On! Moral, you would actually like K-On! K-On! I would suggest actually, because
I know
K-On!
he'll
is
like
like
Komi-san.
Okay.
yeah, because K-On! is in the same genre as like Komi-san. It's
But yeah,
like it's
K-On's pretty good, yeah.
it's 5 high
Yeah.
school girls who make a band and they have fun hijinks and make music. That's about it.
Pretty good.
That's the entire thing, right? It's cute, it's fun. There's some comedy, some like whatever.
heard it's
Komi
so
can't
good.
communicate. I hate it.
Yeah, that's that's the one I'm watching though. It's not
Yeah.
it's not bad though.
Oh, you
you
hate
can't
it.
hear the
Not bad.
sarcasm.
I like it.
You can't hear the sarcasm, Moral.
He's joking more.
Moral, I literally took a giant ass breath and was like, I hate like you guys all heard it, right?
Heard it.
Yeah, but Komi-san,
Yeah.
fun slice of life. I would watch I
Yeah,
would
yeah,
watch
I
it.
like
If you enjoy it,
it,
watch
yeah.
K-On! Too though. Never
Komi-san,
Yeah, the second season of Komi-san is airing.
Komi-san's like number 30 on MAL. Spy Family's like number 10.
Dura, some,
Durarara.
yeah,
Good.
close enough.
I like Durarara.
Some
I do not like
sick ass
Durarara
character
X2.
so All I know about this is it has some sick ass character designs, like powers and all that, but like I never really got sucked into it. I don't know why. I don't remember why.
It's because there was two guys that were OP as fuck.
Maggie.
Hyoka's good.
Maggie is fan service.
Magi is.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of fan service. It's a little kid with.
I just didn't watch it
slaves.
because it was a little kid as the main protagonist. I hate little kids.
Oh yeah, same. But also there's another spin-off, Maggie Sinbad or whatever, which follows
Yes,
like a
Sinbad Adventures. It's
Yeah.
called.
Sinbad Adventures. I thought was actually
It's
pretty
basically
fun.
the prequel of.
Yeah, it was actually
my-
pretty fun.
Actually,
Sinbad
Kamega
Adventures
Kill.
was
If you
way
want to
less
mind
horny.
fuck yourself and see everyone die and laugh off,
I should watch this.
everyone dies.
Wait,
I mean,
this
everyone
started
dies.
to watch it.
Don't watch it. Anime is horrible.
It's just everyone dies, man.
Oh,
I'm just
so-
telling you,
so
everyone
like,
dies.
So like,
You can laugh it
Ichiban.
off.
They killed they killed them all, but in the manga they still have shit.
Like some of them are alive in the manga, but like in the anime, everyone dies.
Everyone fucking dies.
They're like,
It's stupid.
"Yay, everyone
Yeah.
dies.
Okay, this one pretty much, ugly
Oh,
dude
that wasn't
and
cute.
yeah, no, it's cute. It's pretty much this dude
Yeah,
is
he
so
gets
hecking
misunderstood.
ugly, but
Did
he
you say
manages.
ugly dude? Oh my god.
Yeah, they
That's the
they
entire.
generally see him as like this ugly monster.
Yeah, no, that's the
but-
entire premise and like part of like why it's so cute. It's because
You don't gotta call him ugly though.
he's ugly, absolutely
Bro,
repulsive.
he's just a caring guy. It's just people
Yeah, no,
don't like
but that's
his
part of the
appearance.
charm of the series. It's because like he's not the most attractive character, but still manages to find romance here and there. I think
And
that's
plus
one
his
of the appeals.
personality is way better than his best friend.
But yeah, no, I would say this one's pretty cute.
I would say his best friend's a dick to him, but still, like,
Fair enough.
I don't
Yu-Gi-Oh!
want Yu-Gi-Oh! It's a
What?
classic.
If you're gonna watch
Konosuba is
Yu-Gi-Oh,
basically a
start with
parody of
Yu-Gi-Oh!
all
Season
isekai.
0. Start with Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0. Because Yu-Gi-Oh!
Konosuba is basically a parody of all isekai, like
Because
generic.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0, right, is pretty much you've all watched the Yu-Gi-Oh! With the card game, right? But what happens when Yu-Gi-Oh! Pulls out the Glock?
I'm on episode 132 in Yu-Gi-Oh right now.
Oh, do you watch Season 0 though?
Yeah, that's season 0. Like,
Okay.
It basically, and then there's another season, like where it's like the second season, but
No. Is Season 0 the one with the card game or not?
yes, it's the card game.
Oh, no, Season 0 is the one where he does death games, like, like climbing on roofs and like seeing the first one to
Oh.
fall and all that kind of stuff.
Ah,
And like, Russian roulette and other kind of
Russian
games.
roulette.
Yeah, no, wait.
It's just like P-Burn, but more intense.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0. Because you watch Season 1. Season 0, you actually have him be like hella freaking evil. So like he's like possessed by things. I don't know what that is, but in one of the
Whoa, what
scenes,
was
right?
that? Whoa.
What the hell is this?
no, why is Kaiba green hair?
Oh yeah, no, this is an actual scene though. He's held at gunpoint.
That's great.
Yeah, see.
Using only the fingers you chose, you only have to try and take the other's life.
Yeah, in one of the games, right, he ties himself to a roof, right, with another person, and they play a game, right, and the first one to reach the top with the game, right, can cut the other person off, and they fall into a river and die.
Interesting.
It's a bit
That's so funny.
darker than Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 1, I would say, right?
To be honest, I kind of like it more.
Yeah, no, you should actually watch it because
look, Kaiba's hair is green.
you should actually watch it because Season 0 is based off of the original manga, which was before the card game even existed. The card game came into being because one of like it became popular because of Season 0, but yeah, no, Season 0 is definitely way more hardcore, and I would actually suggest it quite a bit. Because it lacks a lot of the contrivances of original, or not original, but Season 1 Yu-Gi-Oh! Stray Dogs, I don't remember what it was, but I remember it was popular.
Never seen Stray Dogs.
I remember it was popular. Real Life, do not watch. Okay, so Real Life, right? More is okay. Imagine you're a middle-aged man, not too hard, right? but you get a pill which turns you into a teenager, and then you try to date other teenagers with the mind of an adult.
And then you find out the second protagonist is also a
Ooh,
middle-aged woman.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy. It's kind of creepy because because it's like someone your age more, all right? Someone who's like 50, 60, whatever, right? Goes into high school and tries dating a bunch of teenagers.
And not only that, that it's like an altered reality that they don't even know him.
Yeah, so it's like
They just see you as like, oh, you're a middle-aged man. It's like, why are you here?
yeah, so it's like it's like you reverting 10 years and going back to high school and then trying to date people. It's kind of creepy, like you know, it's kind of creepy.
Also, BRB. You gotta go cry.
Go Tuesday good, Grand Blue good.
Nah, Moral's not going to BRB because he wants to cry. He's going because he's watching the anime right now.
That's true. Yeah. Just
good.
up my alley.
Lupin the Third, fun. It's just Kaido but different. Yeah, more 90s.
Yeah. Inuyasha.
Inuyasha.
Captain Tsubasa.
Is Outlaw Star just what is it? Just that space pirate anime. I don't remember what it was called.
Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, Cowboy
Yeah.
Bebop. Yeah, it's just Cowboy Bebop, right?
Pretty much.
Okay. Captain Tsubasa.
More space.
Soccer.
Less bebop.
Makes sense. Less cowboy too, right?
Last
Basket.
Yeah, it's just cowboy.
Pretty much.
Less bebop.
Last Exile. You're about to be exiled to watch this anime.
In a world of airships and civil war, two messengers come across a special girl who will change the course
The
of
synopsis
history.
is stupid.
For you.
this one person that'll change the world.
I mean,
Oh, Wait, he made another
Saki
one?
Kuso. No, that's the final season. That's
Oh,
like
okay.
when like he actually revealed his powers to his friends
Oh,
and he can
felt...
actually speak.
Oh, okay. I felt like the original season was kind of boring just because it was like it had 2 gags and that was it, right? It was like, oh, I am so powerful. Oh, this guy is hecking stupid, and that's the entire that's the entire comedic line that they had. That's every single joke they had in the series, right? I'm
No, I'll give you a proper summary of it. Yada yada yada. Kohi jelly. Yada
Oh.
yada yada yada. Pretty girl. Yada yada. Why do you have to do that? Oh, why do we have to speak super fast? Blah, 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 blah. 2-minute long shorts. Done.
Clanad. I don't remember, but it was dark? Question mark. I think people say.
It became dark. It became dark like
Okay, so it's
like, I
Madoka
think, like,
Magica.
the
Got
second
it.
season. Like Clannad.
Madoka Magic. Yes.
Spice and Wolf, wholesome series about trading. Moral would like this actually. Let me send it to
I
Moral.
think
I think there was like a VR game
What's
based on Spice and Wolf.
Oh yeah, I didn't buy it. I don't.
Lovely Complex is your short guy liking a tall girl. That's it. That's the whole
That's a complex.
yeah.
it
Apparently,
was a VR game.
I hate short people.
bro, I'm short.
I'm 5'2".
I'm 5'7".
Not short. What do you mean? Fuck
I am
this.
short. I am actually fucking short, bro.
Okay, I will chop your leg off if you want to be short.
Yo, I just want to be 5'9", the average.
Okay,
Wait, you got
Like 2 inches
got to
taller.
talk
It's
about
not
Yeah,
that
I just
much of a
want to be
difference.
2
Okay,
inches
Moral,
taller.
I think you would actually like this. Spice and Wolf is a cute anime about a dude from the modern world, like, you know, transmigrating into fantasy world, right? And he pretty much just goes around trading things with, you know, with a cute, like, assistant. It's pretty much he's just, like, casual slice of life mercantilism. He goes around buying things and selling things and teaching about commerce in, like, a fantasy world. With a cute assistant, mind you. That's
To
about
be
it.
honest, I love architectural civilization plus commerce.
Kill la
animes.
Kill, trash. Do not watch it, Moral.
He already watched it.
I know that's the joke.
Yeah, I already watched
That's the
already.
joke. The entire premise was that we watched this. We talked about it at the start of the series. Yes.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Hibiki
Origami.
Euphoria.
We already talked about this one. Seven Deadly Sins, fan service. Fun but fan service. We already talked about that one. Don't
I
know.
would say they ruined season 2, but they got the good person named Escanor there. Kind of.
Pluton.
What's up? What's up?
Look at what I'm highlighting.
I know.
Tell us about it.
Okay, so basically, it's a Gundam that starts off in Mars, and there's these people without parents, and they call them human trash, and they make them ride these little tanks,
That's
and
me.
they throw them in the front lines and kill them off.
Oh, that's
And
me.
basically, one of the companies that have been doing this pissed off some like bigwigs, so all the bosses and stuff leave, and then they find this buried Gundam. They just throw one of the kids in there. He starts piloting it, and they take over the company.
Got it. Okay.
That sounds about right.
Little Witch Academia. I never watched it, but I've heard good things about it, and I'm assuming it's just
It's
wholesome.
pretty cute and wholesome.
Yeah, wholesome. It's Harry Potter, but the creator probably isn't homophobic and transphobic.
What's up better? Anything way better than everybody.
Also, it's cuter too. Am I wrong?
Check general chat.
Hello again.
Oh, that was Academia. That's on Netflix.
Doraemon, I would actually suggest
I
because
haven't watched it though.
Doraemon's amazing.
Doraemon is classic. Classic
If you guys hate
anime
math,
comedy.
if you guys hate math, I do too.
Is Doraemon like before Digimon, basically?
No, Doraemon is something from your generation, Moral. It's like one of the first anime. It's like one of the first comedy anime.
It's like this little cute little robot dude.
Bro, I wasn't even
So-
born when it came out though.
He just has stuff like in his pocket, you know.
Yeah, he
Uh.
just pulls out shit. I'd write a story about it once
Guys, if
in
you
my
hate
Japanese class.
Card
math, if you
cap.
hate math, I understand.
Okay.
5.2.
If you were just going from a Madoka Magica, I would actually watch Card Captor Sakura as well. Just because
Yeah,
Sorry, I don't like
That's a good
anything
one.
that's like shoujo.
it's because you hate women. I'm joking.
No, I just like something that's like gory.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
you should pull the race card on him next Starly.
It's because you're racist, right? You really?
I'm anti-magical girl.
Okay, yeah, no, but
Yeah, what did Magical Girls 2 to you, Kay?
I would actually
I don't
watch
know.
this because
He killed his family.
No, the only one I would accept is probably Sailor Moon.
not Madoka Magica, not
I'm not
Madoka
gonna-
Magica.
Yeah, I
Ghost
I don't
Stories.
think,
You
I
gotta
don't think
watch
Sailor Moon is
Ghost
like
Stories, though.
cutesy.
Madoka Magica is way darker than Sailor Moon, though.
Oh yeah, that's true though.
Yeah, but I would watch Card Captor Sakura just because it's like around the same vein, and you can see some like the thing that that Madoka Magica bases off of.
Yo, did someone make
yeah.
another JoJo but name it Yaya or Jaja?
Ghost Stories.
Did someone just misspell it?
Oh, Toradora, that's a good one. I like that.
Okay, yeah, we don't need to tell you about it then. It's fun.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah.
Classic.
You've watched this, right, Pluton? This seems like something you would watch. You watch anything space, right?
Yes.
I don't think you actually watched it.
I think Astro Lost in Space is kind of like they're like high school kids in the future who go on like a space trip or something like that to another planet.
Elon
And they
Musk
end up-
did it.
They end up getting
Right.
into an issue with like an accidental warp where they're like they're literally lost in the other side of the galaxy, and they have to head
Yeah.
back. But as they're heading back, they realize that like it wasn't an accident. People are actually trying to kill them.
Among Us. It's Among Us.
It's Among Us.
Among Us.
Yeah, it's very
Why is
sussy.
Until 8. Oh,
Oh,
it should be 6.5 out of 10.
Moriarty the Patriot. I've heard good things about it. I haven't gotten to watch it myself, but basically it's Sherlock Holmes, but from the point of view of Moriarty. So if,
I heard it's good. I heard it's good.
I've heard it's really good. I've been meaning to watch it, but I never got to watch it.
Sometimes I fall asleep in crime mystery.
Let me actually search up the art style because I remember the art style being somewhat decent.
Just a dark Yugi.
Yeah, the art style is like sharp. I guess. Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks edgy.
Fan service.
Kaijo wa made
Fan
sama.
service. Fan service.
Kaijo wa made
I
sama
don't know,
should be
but
9 out of
seeing the
10.
main character, fan service.
No, it's not fan service. No, Bakuman. Okay, hear me out. Bakuman. It's basically a slice of life about these guys who want to be manga artists, and it's really good.
Why
if
would you
like,
want to do
really-
that though?
It's
You
like,
get paid
there's
like
some,
2
ups and
cents per
downs,
hour.
too.
They hate themselves.
And like the reason why I stopped it was because like it got into a part where like it started going into like the mangaka artist's life where it just takes a huge toll because like he was basically making like a hit series and doing it 24/7 without stopping.
Well,
And he
at least he's
landed himself,
successful
like-
at it. No. Imagine the
No, it took 3 seasons for him to be successful because most of his manga kept on dying. 'Cause,
Wait, so
like,
he's an
the audience hated it.
unsuccessful manga artist writing about a successful manga
slash
artist?
successful.
Wait. So he's an unsuccessful manga
Oh, the
artist
irony.
writing a story about a successful manga artist, but then when he succeeds because he's writing about a successful manga artist, he does not succeed because he's a unsuccessful manga artist.
No. Okay. First season, him and his best friend, they're like, "Yo, we should be manga artists."
Oh, there's
and
unlimited
then,
playworks right there.
Yeah.
and then second season,
Oh,
you
Agresto. I
should
saw
watch
that
they're
this.
one.
like,
Yeah.
I saw that. I watched.
like high school,
Yeah.
and then they graduated.
Oh,
Third
High School
season,
Pro. I saw that one too. Yeah,
I've read it.
I liked
Golden-
it though.
Golden Kamui, I believe it's about a treasure heist. Kengan is Ashura. I'm pretty sure it's just Baki, but probably a bit better
Baki, but better illustrated.
Yeah.
And better fight scenes.
and probably a better plot too,
hmm
and also less racism.
Yes.
Racism.
Oh.
Perfect.
Okay, the thing
Baki had a
about Baki,
shit
right?
ton of racism.
The thing about Baki, right, is the 5 strongest people in the entire world all come from Japan.
Yeah.
Like the strongest people who single-handedly won like World War II, and defeated like entire
With their
platoons.
bare fist.
Defeated entire platoons of American soldiers with guns. Literally had a child with a random lady who he hugged once, I think. Yeah.
Yes, hugged once and then killed her.
What the fuck?
And then he kills his
Yeah,
ex.
he hugged her to death.
And then he kills his ex-wife in front of his son just to make him stronger so he can fight him. Baki is weird. Don't watch Baki.
Yeah, Baki is so weird.
When
And
they
if you like really weird autonomy, yeah, then watch it. I don't know.
Pluton?
You got muscles
Yes.
inside muscles inside muscles.
Oh, you
Gundam.
want me to explain this one?
Yeah.
All right. So basically, in the future, some dude figures out how to way to make clean energy out of like quantum particles. So he basically sends like a bunch of people over to Jupiter to develop these like infinite energy things.
Yep.
And then they come back like after 100 years, and the world is kind of like at war and fighting each other, little skirmishes and stuff. And they basically create this thing called Celestial Being with these super powerful Gundams that have a limited energy and much better than anything they have. And they basically tell the whole entire Earth, anybody that starts a war, we're just going to destroy you all. So that basically is the whole entire premise of it. Them
Are they-
fighting against the world.
Oh, okay.
I recommend
that.
Horimiya,
I love that.
but I recommend the manga over the
Tokyo
anime. But some
Revengers?
people will do vice versa. I don't
Uh,
like Tokyo Revengers. It's just weird. There's
It-
no police, and it's just them fighting.
Yeah, it's
like,
pretty much like,
criminals.
hey, these guys are middle schoolers, but they can kill everyone and kill like 20 people and gang war.
They can
and
fight gangsters. Yeah.
it-
I
There's
liked
no
it.
cops.
Until the end. The ending was garbage.
as long as
I
you
don't like it.
as long as you
I think it's
ignore their
cringe.
age, it's kind of fun. Like as long as you like have like a layer of disbelief, it's fun. It's very dark. It has a bit of like time travel thingamajig where it's like the main character is from the future and he can go back in time to like change the past or whatever, I think, right?
Yeah.
And yeah.
Oh, that sounds like Erased, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it starts off with like a girl that he used to date. He sees on the news that she died,
Yeah,
And
and
he
then he
thinks,
goes
like,
back in
"Oh,
time and tries to save
that
her.
really sucks." Yeah, he goes back in time,
Oh,
makes
shit.
changes, and then she's alive. But
This
then
2018 anime is 4.8.
she keeps on dying.
Oh,
Yeah, and
Yo, it's so horrible.
and
And then especially with second season.
At a point, I'm like, bro, I guess she's destined to die. Shit.
the thing is, it's like the same people who keep killing her. So he goes like to like fight them and revenge, but he's weak as hell. But he gets stronger. Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
The only part
Look.
I liked in Kenichi
No, he
was when he
doesn't.
learned all of his master's moveset and copied it on one dude, and that's it. End of story. That was
Yeah,
the only
Kenichi's
best
good.
episode for me. Chiafuru card game, I haven't watched it, but I heard it's good.
It's okay, but it's one of those things that like once you watch like the first season, it's like, how the fuck has this got like 2 more seasons or whatever the else they made for it?
Yeah.
It's the same card game.
Okay,
Ray
ReZero.
Zero, psychological horror. That
ReZero.
repeats over and over.
I actually thought ReZero was a lot of fun to watch. Like it was really
It
lighthearted.
was.
I enjoyed watching the main character suffer.
Did you like the last season though?
I didn't watch
The
the
last season was the best
Okay.
season because he suffered the most.
But
Okay, so basically
Like,
the premise, right?
Every episode, 24/7.
So,
Suffered.
so Moral, have you ever played a video game before? I know you're a bit old, but have you ever played a video game?
Yes, I have played video game before. We're talking about
Okay. So
No.
you know
Bro,
how
you played Super Mario?
so
Yeah, I
Moral,
know I have.
Moral, you know how some games have like save slots and like auto saves?
Yeah.
no.
The main
I got a
character.
better way. Have you ever played an emulator?
Yeah, I have.
Saves the states.
Yeah.
That's basically ReZero.
Yeah, the main character basically has a bunch of auto saves and he can't change where the auto saves are, but he keeps getting murked, right? So he has to change the future so he doesn't die. And the entire thing, right, isn't him being like, oh, I'm gonna be this great hero, or is like I'm gonna save someone. It's like I'm gonna simp for this girl who doesn't care about me, and I'm gonna try not to die. That's about it. And and every time he
terms of
dies, he goes
monkey
back in
brain.
time, and like he
Okay.
feels all the pain and suffering of his death every single time. He dies multiple times just to like survive. It's great. It makes me happy.
Wait. Let me summarize it in a monkey fashion, right? Me don't know save. Me like girl. Me die. Me come back. Pain.
He's actually not stupid. I wouldn't say he's stupid. I would say he's actually smarter than most
know,
isekai protagonists.
yeah.
It's just like he has
He
like
just meets unfortunate demise.
yeah. The world is pretty much out to get him. And like actually, right?
I didn't like Bunny Girl Senpai. It just gave me like some fan service, judging because of
It
the
was
fucking
pretty
cover.
good.
It was
if you
good,
if
it's
you
just-
remove like the first couple of episodes, the rest is pretty good. Cause the first
Like
couple
the
of
first
episodes,
two episodes,
yes,
made
it's
me just
super
like-
fan surfacey, but after that, the story is pretty good.
Shield Hero, generic fucking isekai. Oh, I got betrayed by these guys, and because I have a bad class, now
Yeah.
I'm strong.
The thing about Shield Hero is it's really well executed for a kind of cliche story. It works really well to make you like hate characters and everything. I think the writing is actually pretty dang good for a generic ass concept, right? The entire
I read it
concept,
to chapter 100.
yeah. The entire concept is pretty much main character reincarnates into another world where there's like 4 heroes, right? But he has like the class which everyone doesn't like, right? Or like the people in like this country don't like, right? Because like the country illegally summoned the heroes or whatever. So the main character gets like no support from anyone in the country because they all hate him and they frame him and they do like sexual allegations against him and blah 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 blah, right? And then it's a revenge fantasy partially, and and there's some cute wholesome moments here and there. Honestly, not bad. A bit generic, but I don't think it's bad.
Yeah, and then once you get to like chapter 100 plus, you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Fist of the North Star, about as old as you, Moral.
Mo Shinderu.
What?
Fist of the North Star is about as old as you are, Moral.
To be honest,
Ah,
I do
funny.
agree that initial D second stage is way better. Than,
Initial D's in general
Initial
good.
D,
I would
first.
watch it.
Yes.
Saint
I
Sei,
like every character, kind of. Not
Yeah,
really.
What about Bleach?
Bleach.
Which good.
Bleach is
good.
good, although
It's
the main
good.
character is a bit like I mean it makes
Stupid.
sense within the system of the world because he's literally orchestrated to become like the most powerful blah 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 ever, right? But I feel like there are some Mary Sue elements, but the Mary Sue-ness is part of the story, right?
It ties in.
Yeah, cause was that a pun?
Call what?
Oh, never mind. Isn't one of the villains named Tyson or something like that? like the main villain.
Oh yeah.
I-
I just realized.
You made a pun. But,
Oh.
You should have said yes. You made that pun.
but basically the main character, right? The main character. Have you ever watched The Flash? Moral, have you ever watched The Flash, Moral?
Like the movie or
Like anything with The Flash.
No way.
Do you know
I'm-
the
I'm
Flash
familiar
origin
with-
story?
I'm familiar with the character, but I don't
So
think I've
pretty
seen
much,
maybe
right?
specifically.
Pretty much.
Flash.
You remember when the Reverse Flash goes back in time to make the Flash again because he hates the Flash so much that he wants to make the Flash again, or something like that, or it's
I
like
don't even know what you're talking about.
okay, never
You
mind.
just lost me completely.
Well, basically the main character is super OP because some dude's like my powers are beyond your understanding, and I made you this powerful by doing everything in your life. So you remember that enemy that you fought at level 1? Well, I was the one who put him there because I knew you would become stronger by defeating him, and that's about it. Right?
It was me, Barry. I jerked off at super speed.
That's it.
Yeah, his name was Aizen,
Yeah.
but I said Tyson. Oh, can't believe you got that fucking pun.
Morbius.
I got
Morbius.
I got
Morbed.
morbed.
He got morbed.
It's
Get morbed
morbid
on.
time.
You're a normie, so you'll probably like this. I didn't really like it, but like, or it was
Jessica
fun, but
Darling?
like, you're
You
normie.
like cutesy fan service.
I mean, I've heard.
Oh no, he.
I
I don't feel like he'd like.
It's cutesy romance. Yeah, that's about it.
Cutesy fan service romance.
Yeah, Fate Zero, I saw that.
Psychopaths.
recommend. First season,
Psychopaths is actually a really
Second season,
interesting.
don't.
It's a interesting premise. Like it's a very interesting premise because basically the police officers get a gun which can literally just like there's no more like trial or anything. It's like the gun can decide if you're guilty or like or like innocent, and it's like a perfect system, right? And a lot of the psychology comes on like like how can you tell if someone's a criminal or not, and it's like, is the system perfect? And even if the system is perfect, can like the gun choose people's fate and all that, which is interesting because it has a lot to do with justice and like empirical justice and all that stuff. Black Butler, we already talked about it. Food Wars.
Why is Food Wars high? What the fuck?
Food Wars.
It's not bad.
Do you want to see people make over NSFW reactions to such good food that they make weird sounds?
I've never watched
they-
Isekai Shokudo.
They orgasm to foods and their
Food
clothes
Wars, I think
explode.
that's on Netflix.
Yeah, you watched this already,
Oh,
Moral.
Yeah.
FCL,
Let's go. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
FLCL. Right there.
Moral, you probably liked Agresco because your boring ass 9 to 5 office job.
Why are you coming for this man? My man's just sitting.
This man's
Actually, I wish I
innocent.
had an office job though.
Yeah, that's because you work from home. No, you can't work from home. Your
I wish-
internet's too
actually, I
slow
wish I
for
worked
that.
from home. I just like commuting for like an hour and a half.
How are you gonna work from home if it takes 8 hours for you to upload a Word document?
He's cooking your ass more.
Okay.
Yeah, fine. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Keep it coming. Keep it real.
Okay, so Dr. Stone, right, is pretty much main character is like super genius. That's like actually his character. It's not a plot contrivance because the only reason you're following him is because he's so smart. But the entire world turns to stone, because of like a magical or like scientific event, and he has to find a way to like rebuild civilization as well as find out why the curse happened, and like undo the curse, right? And it's actually pretty cool because it's civilization building plus like a bunch of world lore plus actual science, so you actually learn how like semiconductors work and stuff like that, and you also learn how like glass is made and like how to
You
make
learn how to
coke.
make soda with just basic ingredients.
Yeah, and it's actually it has like real science mixed with fantasy elements. It's fun.
Yeah, I like it. It's just as long as you like get rid of the plot where he's going against people that just don't like his scientific ideas, then yeah, it's a good.
Yeah,
It's a
there's
good
some
anime.
there's some fantasy elements. Like some characters are like obscenely
Super fucking
powerful.
strong.
Yeah, or like
Super good at map navigation or something.
you know, there's the thing about like turning to stone and everything, which is why it's called Doctor Stone, because everyone in the world turned to stone and like, you know, civilization collapsed and all that, right? But interesting, fun.
They have super hearing.
It's toy if you had a heart.
I would never.
Exactly. I said if you had a
It's pretty
heart.
good.
Okay, so Hikaru Go. I never watched this anime, but I do know how to play Go. So I'll teach you guys how to play Go real quick. Online Go
Wait, it sounds
server.
familiar.
Just let him play Go.
I only know Pokemon Go.
Okay, so Go, right? Basically, the rules of Go is that whenever you're surrounded on 4 sides, right, your thing gets taken, or when it's surrounded on all sides, right? So let me go to the joystick, right? So here's the theory, right? If I put one here, the next best thing is pressing it here, right? Because this has control over this area, right? So the next best thing for black right now, right, would be probably pressing at A right here. And this is like the logical continuation because now white has this corner, right? And black has this top corner right here. And pretty much in this situation, they're perfectly balanced because this is like the optimal choice for each one of them, right? And it keeps going because now white has control over this corner, right? Meanwhile, black has control over the top and they have advantage over the center, right? So then black continues doing this and that pretty much boxes white in. However, it gives white like good territory here, right? And then now they're fighting here, right? And you know, black if black didn't put something here, white would have put something there and taken that piece right there. Now white's getting this outside corner, black's getting the inside corner, but white's also boxed black in there. See, and you know, there's a bunch of theory to go along with this, but fun game, very child friendly. But pretty much it's like a war sim, right? So if let's say white surrounds black on all sides, like here, right? Because the black pieces are connected together, they have the same life, quote unquote. But once white surrounds on all sides, white takes, right? And the goal is to control as much of the board as you possibly can. Fun game.
It's also on Nintendo Switch.
It's everywhere. It's been around for like thousands upon thousands of years. It's in China,
Yeah.
it's in Korea. Yeah, but good game. Gurren Lagann, Pepe likes this.
Yeah, I like that one. I
He
watched
It's
it.
good.
He watched that one.
There's some fan
But-
service, but yeah, it's good.
Judging
Yeah.
The
Other
reason
than that, it's like it was I
like
really
why
liked
I
it.
threw it out was because of the character's age. I'm like, what the fuck?
It was a
You
bit
guys
weird.
watch this?
Uh,
Parasite's good.
is this the third time Doraemon was on the list?
This is a different Doraemon.
Made in Abyss. Very.
Oh,
dark.
March comes in like a line. I saw that one.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah, it's like a
play
shogi anime.
At least
yeah,
play
shogi.
mahjong instead. Like you. Okay. But
I would say Black Clover deserves like a 7.
Yeah, March comes in like a line. It's like pretty
7.5.
high rated on my anime list.
yeah, mahjong or Made in Abyss. Very dark fantasy. Pretty much
Yeah.
kids are orphans and they're thrown into like this giant chasm known as like the abyss. And there's a bunch of like
It just hits hard.
yeah, it's a bunch of dark lore about like getting to the bottom of the hole and finding out what's there, and like a bunch of people die, and like there's dark plots everywhere, and you know something robot, something furry, something.
Furries, what?
I would say this. Black Clover, do not even watch the beginning, middle. Just watch the end part.
Yeah, if you're
That's
watching
it,
Black
that's good.
Clover, put the volume down to 2%, or else you're gonna go deaf. The main character is always screaming. The main character is
Oh no, he stopped screaming like at the end area.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but the main character is one of those guys who are like, oh, I have the power of anti-magic. I'm totally not the guy who wants to date his sister or anything, but I probably do. And I'm like, what? You know? But that's the plot.
The reason why he got anti-magic was because he was the very first demon that escaped into the human realm.
Makes sense.
And
the
he
problem is-
did not know that he was the one that created the magic of
Oh, okay.
anti-magic.
The Promised Neverland, pretty much,
There's so many
Ah,
plot
this-
twists of the main character.
I don't want to spoil
Don't
it.
watch
he's not
it.
even-
Don't watch the anime.
Don't watch the second season as well.
Don't
It
watch
sucks.
the- Don't watch it. It's horrible. Read the manga.
Yeah, the manga is actually pretty good, but
If you're gonna
if you
This kids who are raised for food, right?
yeah, pretty much like the world was split into two there's like the human half and and like the monster half, right? It's the premise of Undertale, right? But the people like the Undertalians, right? They want to
The
eat.
Undertalians.
They farm kids, right? Because the smarter the kids are, the more tasty their brains are, right? But because of how
Yeah.
smart they are, right? The kids escape the orphanage and try to escape to like the real world, because there's like books and everything from the real world telling them, bro, you can get out through this route right here, right? And then, you know, it's a bit psychological horror. It's a bit like suspense, right? It's actually really good. The first season was actually pretty good. The second season kind of flopped. I would watch the first season and then reread the manga from the first one, because there's a lot of new things. But if you like the first season, you'll enjoy the manga. That's about it.
I like Dororo.
Are we talking
I
about
like
it?
Dororo.
Knights of the Zodiac. I have
Oh,
no
we talk-
idea. Fluten, you watch this, right? It looks like robots.
Yay! Initial D.
Initial D. I would suggest Racing Show. Naruto.
I like how it's just the original Naruto right there, 2002, 2007, not
I think
Shippuden.
Naruto's higher rated than Shippuden, and for good reason too. The original season, I think, is the best part of Naruto.
I would
Right.
say it's less fillers too.
Better fights, less filler, more concise plot, more concise, plot elements, more
More
concise
character
meanings,
development.
more characters in general. It's not just Sasuke. But yeah,
Mhm.
I would watch Naruto.
It's a lot of character development.
Kino's Journey. It's made by Ghibli.
like it.
You know it's gonna be good.
I like Kino's journey. I love Kino's journey.
You know it's gonna be good. You know it's gonna be good. It's by I believe it's by Ghibli. If it's
I heard
not,
Nana's
it's
good.
good anyway.
It probably is.
Why is Mushoku Tensei rated high? I do not like it.
What
like
is
my
this?
friend and I, like my friend, he read like
It's a little
like,
weird.
like a lot of Mushoku Tensei,
Oh.
and he's like, no, it's not good. It's
Wait.
so fucking generic.
Wait, is this another? I have the worst job, but instead I can get no job.
No, he's really OP, but like it's because of his past that makes him like fucking weak as fuck.
Oh, okay.
Kotaro Lives Alone is really dark, super fucking dark. It may
Yeah.
be comedy and drama, but it's really fucking dark when you understand that this is a 4-year-old living alone.
Doesn't he stab some people? I think he stabbed some people.
I don't think so.
Okay. Jojo, we already talked about it. Kingdom, I would suggest. It's three kingdoms.
Good.
It's just three kingdoms, but anime form.
I like watching Kingdom. I don't know. I like history.
You should read the original Three Kingdoms then. Either that or some of the
Bro,
drama.
I got into EE4 and I realized that history was actually another passion of mine. It's just came out of nowhere.
You should definitely read like the original Three Kingdoms and also Condor Heroes as well, like the novel.
That's why like most of my friends and I, we just like understand. It's like, yeah, like martial art and Muram, like fucking shit, so generic, but it's just something to kill. Like if you find nothing to read.
Super, I don't know why Super is rated higher than Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is better than Super.
Super's ass. Dragon Ball original is good.
Yeah,
What?
Super
I'm
is
sorry.
Super
I'm
is
sorry.
just
I never watched Super. I've only watched the original Dragon Ball.
Wait. You guys haven't even watched it. You're saying
I
it's no
watched it.
good.
I watched it. The problem with Super for me is it's just an extension of all the bad parts of Dragon Ball Z. It has less character development. It definitely has some character development, but it's just retracing the parts of Kai, right? It does some stuff which is like pretty interesting, new transformations and all that. However, the new transformations are kind of bad. The animation in some parts is kind of sketch. The plot is kind of a natural extension. It has some good parts, like the future Trunks arc, right? I thought that was fun, but at the same time the scaling is way off, right? You have Universe, was it 9 I think, or 11 or something like that? Universe 11. Was it 11?
11.
Yeah, 11, right? Universe 11, right? The characters got way too powerful, way too fast. The people got Super Saiyan 1, which Goku got from like seeing Krillin die and training after a lifetime, after they felt their back tingles, and seeing it like twice, right? With no emotional stake and way less training. The character progression is a bit weird. Yeah,
Steins Gate Zero.
that's
it
my
makes
problem
more
with
sense than
Super.
the original Steins Gates.
I
That's
feel
why I
like
think it's rated more.
for Super, it's just what you expect from Dragon Ball Z. but a bit more flat and with less development for characters. That's my take on it. Steins Gate, I would suggest it.
The original is like a mindfuck, but Gate Zero, like it'll make you understand a little bit more of like Gate and Gate Zero.
My Hero
itself.
Academia, I hate it.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Okay, yeah.
Like, when I got to the recent chapter, I'm like, nah.
It's the premise that gave me the bad feeling in the first place. It's like the initial premise is, oh, this guy has no powers, right? And he's like one of the only people in the world with no powers, but he really wants to be a superhero. So one day, while trying to save his friend, he meets the #1 hero of Japan, right? And then he's like, bro, can I be a hero even if I don't have powers? I want to be like
eat
you
my
because you're my
hair."
inspiration. And then the #1 hero is like, no, you cannot. And then the main character is like, oh, okay. And then like the dude gives him his power, right? And then
Yeah, he's like swallow his
By eating
pubic
them.
hair.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
you're
And
not.
then you found out that #1 hero was also quirkless. But
And then he gave him crabs and became
No,
powerful.
he was not.
crabs.
Okay, okay. One thing, he was not exactly quirkless. The thing about the power all for one or whatever, or one for all, I mean, right, is that the power of one for all is that it amplifies your current quirk, right? And since Deku has no quirk, it amplifies his physical stats, right? Meanwhile, the prior inheritances, right, give all the powers to him. So now, instead of being a, oh, can I be a hero without, any powers, it's I have all the powers in the world, basically, right?
he's like, I have all the strongest power that the One for All members have used.
It's a bit of a Mary Sue. The main character definitely does struggle. He breaks his bones, everything. The animation's amazing. There's definitely some good points. I see why it's a classic. However, premise-wise, I think it may be lacking in some parts.
There's only two things I like in
fight scenes and
Boku no
animation are
Hero,
great.
right? The fight scene of their fucking tournament thing, and then the last one is his edge phase. That's it.
The characters-
edge phase, where he's like, okay, I'm gonna stop being a hero. I'm gonna be a vigilante. And then what made me upset was, oh yeah, I'm coming back because my friends, they care for me.
Wow. Yeah, but another
We're
thing.
gonna fight together.
Yeah, another
He's
thing
so
about the
salty.
series, right, is one of the better things is some of the characters actually do get development, right? But at the same time, some of the characters I cannot like, because in some ways it normalizes actually abusive friendships, right? Because the relationship between Deku and his quote unquote best friend, right,
Kachan,
Kachan,
Bakugo,
right,
whatever.
yeah,
Sweaty hands.
is literally one of the characters trying to kill the other, and the other one being like, oh, I'm still your best friend, right? And then the other guy just hates his guts, right? And I'm like, bro. And then the entire fandom fetishizes it.
Bro, like when Nux Taku said Bakugo is dead, I was like, damn, it's gonna be some good plot here. And then he's like, April Fools. I'm like, fuck.
Okay, I wouldn't watch
Could've been
Imagine,
good.
but yeah. Neon Genesis, you've heard of it. It's a cult classic for a reason. It's kind of confusing in some places. Christian imagery and others might watch it, might not. Up to you. I don't
Yeah,
care.
that one's on my watch
Rurouni
list.
Kenshin.
Neon
I
Genesis.
I would warn you that no one understands what it means, not even the author. Detective Conan, fun show. I think you would like it. It's Sherlock Holmes.
It
but-
never ends.
Yeah.
It never
It never is.
Look at that, 1996 to never.
It's still
Uh,
running. By the way, it's longer than One Piece.
Kenshin's basically, it's decent. It's basically dude from like Japanese feudal era is like, bro, I killed a bunch of people in the war.
I love GTO.
I don't want to kill people in the war anymore, so I'm gonna turn my sword backwards so it's sharpened on the inside edge, so I can't kill anyone.
I just crippled them.
Yeah. So he hits them with the blunt and pretty much like defeats a bunch of people. But then when he gets serious or when he gets edgy, he's like, bro, I'm gonna turn it the other way and attack people, right? And I'm like, but the thing is, your inverse katana still works exactly as well, basically, as an actual katana, right? Because the difference between an inverse katana, where like the thing is on the inside edge and on the outside edge, right, is the only difference is now it just makes it slightly hard to get the correct edge alignment. Because have you guys ever looked at like how sword blade like dynamics work? A curved thing going outward.
Check out Lin for me. He talks a lot about sword.
Yeah. but basically the crash course, right, is a katana, because of its curved blade being on the outside, it will actually make it so that it rolls into the blade. So that means if your blade alignment is slightly off, the curve will actually correct for your alignment. It doesn't make it cut any better if you have perfect edge alignment, which
there's a
this guy
Uchi-katana
should.
underneath too.
Right? This guy should have perfect edge alignment because he's like super powerful or whatever, right? But for a normie, right, who has like no training, a katana is gonna be easier to cut than someone which is inversed. Meanwhile, inverse, sharpened blade will make it harder to get edge alignment than a straight blade, right? So pretty much, this guy still has a perfectly working sword because he's super powerful Ronin dude, you know? Yeah. I've heard good things about this. I think Pepe likes it.
It's good. It's good.
Full Metal Alchemist, blah blah blah.
Dragon
Inuyasha,
Ball
I
Z-
never got
Dragon
behind.
Ball is higher. The original Dragon
Okay,
Ball.
Dragon. I
Yeah,
was,
that's the that you talked about earlier.
yeah. Inuyasha. Girls really like this show. That's all I remember.
Yep.
There's also
The way Sama Love is
Wait.
War. That's
The main character is hot.
I never watched it, but I don't know. I've heard good stuff about it.
Oh, Love is War. I feel like it's up your alley.
it's up Moral's alley.
Moral. Do you like Spy X Family or whatever?
I haven't
Spy
watched it, but I
Family.
heard really good things about Spy. Spy
Well,
Family.
this is basically Spy X Family except the high school edition.
Mm.
I'm not wrong, right? I'm not wrong,
You're
right?
not wrong. No, you're not wrong.
It's literally just Spy X Family high school edition, or yeah. To Your Eternity. Oh,
I have no comment until you
I'm just gonna watch that.
okay, I remember this one. Basically, right, main character is like this immortal being which can like transform into other things, right? And was originally like a wolf because it turned into a wolf after like seeing a wolf somewhere, right? And then it follows along with the boy in the Arctic, right? And the boy in the Arctic was like abandoned by his family because they had to like look for like resources, blah 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 blah. So the boy is starving by himself and just like, dying. And eventually he's like, okay, we gotta go. I'm like 12, right? But like we're gonna starve if we're out here by ourselves. So we're gonna march to like, southwards to like find other people and like, not die from the cold, right? And the boy dies. He just starves and freezes to death and gets hypothermia, right? And then the wolf is like, oh, this guy fed me for so long, I'm gonna become him and continue on his mission, right? So pretty much you see this wolf trying to like learn how to be human and like imitate its like old master as it like, just wanders the earth, trying to like find civilization as well as like, what a human is, right? Which is actually a really nice story, although it's a bit depressing. Because
Yeah, slight correction though.
Yeah.
He was originally a rock.
oh, okay.
A rock.
A rock that turned into a wolf. Yeah.
And then he saw a wolf died. He's like, okay, I'm gonna become the wolf. And he just keeps on going around becoming dead things.
Yeah, and
it makes me
eventually
wanna
he
watch it
gets a
now.
master, and it's actually pretty dang depressing. It has a manga. I would read the manga.
Okay. Clannad Avastory, this is the dark one. It's the dark series of Clannad.
Okay.
Clannad normal is just like the high school giddy up, whatever. And this one is just like dark.
Yeah. Jujutsu Kaisen is Naruto. That's about it.
I would say yeah, it's Naruto.
Yeah, it's Naruto. You have edgy main character with cursed power, but it's not from his eye. It's from his dead lover. You have
It's a guy who ate fingers.
You have Kakashi. You have
A more loving Kakashi apparently.
No, I think original Kakashi was actually pretty loving. He's just very like socially inadept and traumatized.
Mhm.
This is Kakashi if he didn't go through all the trauma or as much
Yeah,
trauma.
this is Kakashi that did everything, is super fucking OP and bored of life, and it's just
and then
making a joke about it.
and then you also have Orochimaru, right? Orochimaru, the Sin Eater dude, right? Yeah. It's just Naruto. This just was Naruto condensed and modern. Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series.
Yes, there's an abridged series.
Is this like an actual anime or?
No,
what's
it's
the
abridged.
difference though?
It's a bridge. It's
no wait,
not
this
actually.
is
What does it
another
mean by a
anime.
bridge, though?
They make fun of it.
Yes.
So like random people dub it themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, Mob Psycho 100, Mob Psycho 100, OP.
Oh, you're like April. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Mob Psycho 100, OP main character, but he's like a kid and doesn't know about his powers, and he has like, you know, a father figure. Unlike you,
And
Moral.
you find out that his father
Fruits
figure is
Basket. I
basically
heard
the
a lot of
villain,
people say good things about it.
like in the Fury.
It's actually pretty fun. It's pretty fun because there's a lot of character dynamics. The main character is basically a god, but it does a lot with like stress and mental health. It's surprisingly good for a
Yeah.
power fantasy. Fruits Basket,
Fruits Basket.
romance. Didn't watch this. Berserk.
Monster's good.
This is the good season of Berserk. If you're watching a Berserk, watch the old one. Don't watch the modern one. The modern one's worse than the old one.
The modern one is just like, what the fuck is going on? Slam Dunk is good, amazing. Gintama's good.
Gintama is a
What the
comedy.
fuck? Shippuden's 8.7.
Sounds
Gintama.
about right.
Okay, Gintama, right, is a comedy. It's basically a deconstruction of the shonen genre with a lot of like slapstick humor in
Parody.
there. Yeah. Shippuden, Naruto is now adult. You have to watch the original Naruto first. I would watch the original Naruto and then go to Shippuden, or else you're gonna be completely lost. Because
I heard Osama King is good. Code Geass.
Yeah,
is
Code
amazing.
Geass. I just added to my watch list.
Code Geass, cult
Yes.
classic. One Punch Man, Mob Psycho, but the main character is just really bored. And-
Kimetsu no Yaiba. Okay,
One Punch Man.
here's my take on Kimetsu no
Yes,
Yaiba. Good animation. It's just the plot. It's just you just tape it. You just tape it onto like something that's like spilling. It's like flex tape, you know? Like you know that meme.
One Punch Man, right? One Punch Man, I would not put on your current list. I would watch it later on because it's such a parody of other series that you're not gonna get half of the jokes. Because a lot of
Yeah.
the comedy comes from people being like, "Oh, hey, I saw this character before. This is just Sasuke, right? Oh, but
Yeah.
he's so weak." And then like the other one's like, "Oh, this is Metal Gear Rising, or John Metal Gear, right?
Oh
This
my
is
god,
John Metal Gear."
this is Solid Snake.
Yeah, but oh, he's so weak. And there's like, oh, this is super strong dude from Tekken, right? Oh, but he's so weak. Yeah, a lot of the jokes come from you knowing other series and then it like
A lot
jumping
of
off
these
them.
characters are parodies based on other animes.
This is probably
that
one of the
you need
few
to know.
parody shows that you do need to know other shows for. Or you don't need it, but like a lot of the comedy does come from, oh, I get that reference, right?
Also, please don't watch the second season.
I
And
thought the
Netflix
second
only has
season
the
was
first season of One Punch Man.
yeah. I would say the second season's
Same thing
decent.
with
It's
Demon
not
Slayer. It only has
as
the first season.
Wait, there's so many DBZ.
Dragon Ball Z, One Piece. Oh yeah, One Piece is. Yeah, that's on Netflix too.
Oh, this is two versions of
Do
it
not watch One Piece on Netflix. Watch One Piece on a different site.
on literally
Vinland
any...
Saga is good. Vinland Saga is good.
Okay,
My friend, he's an extreme addict on Vinland Saga, and he will endorse it.
okay,
It's really good.
yeah.
Like
Now,
the novel.
I would actually also suggest the anime as well because the anime is good. Moral, you might be a bit more interested in this because this is not a Japanese quote unquote anime. It's from Japan, right? But it's actually
Made
based
by
off.
Amazon.
It's based off of Norse myth, right? So this is all about Vikings and like, you know, and that kind of thing. There's no real Japanese elements. It's all about like Vikings jumping around and killing each other, and like war and stuff like that. It's pretty dark. It's pretty like gruesome at times, but it's really good.
I like each character, to be honest.
I would put this on your list, Moral. I because like it's a nice change from like kawaii desu anime, you know.
Yeah. IQ, my
Yeah,
take.
fair
It's
enough.
a little bit more better than the other sports animes out there.
It's good sports.
But
Anime.
it's not comparable compared to Slam Dunk. Slam Dunk is amazing.
Boxing. This is just boxing.
It's
Uh,
Hajime no Ippo.
I-
It's just boxing, yeah.
In Pepe's place, I suggest watching this. Because Pepe's not here, I'm gonna just tell you to watch this.
Yes, watch it.
Death Note.
It's so sad that Spy Family is above all of these like good animes.
Spy X Family is
It's
fun. It's fun.
Like I like Spy Family, but like compared to like most of the animes I've watched, it still doesn't surpass most of the animes that I like.
That's true. I would definitely put it on your list, Moral, but it's not like crazy amazing. It's fun.
What's
It's
Spy
cute.
Family?
Yeah, it's just cute and fun. It's not like super deep or
Yeah,
anything
like
like
all
that.
the characters.
Like
Mm.
it doesn't
Yeah,
have
yeah,
like
Death Note's on my list.
Death Note is fun. I would take it not too seriously because there's some funny things here and there, but
I
like
laugh
Mhm.
it.
but Spy X Family, the problem with Spy X Family is it's a comedy, so it doesn't have depth, right? You're not ever gonna have like you're not ever gonna have like the super deep plots, right? But
Unless you read it.
you don't need. I don't think you need that super deep plot for this kind of thing, anyways. Like I get why it's so high because it's just good. It's just fun,
It's
you
just
know.
a loving family. Yeah.
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 Last
A
one.
loving made up family.
Hunter x Hunter. It's fun.
Hunter Hunter.
Yeah, I would just watch this. The main character is named Gon. His father's gone.
Yeah.
Hunting for his death.
His name is gone. His father's gone. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan. It goes in like a reverse bell curve. It goes from like
AOT is like really controversial.
yeah, it goes from semi decent to really bad at the middle to everyone likes it at the end. But you have to push through a lot.
The
If you're
reason why people like the end is because so many people forced the mangaka like to fucking alter shit, and
Yeah.
he's like, "You gotta be kidding me! I'm gonna get canceled."
yeah, but it's actually pretty good
Yeah.
if you can force yourself through it. But seeing as you don't watch too long of an anime, I wouldn't watch it for now until you get a bit more of a stomach. It's also pretty dang dark and not lighthearted at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Unless you like
yeah,
And
potatoes.
you'll understand a lot of propaganda and stuff.
And it's Berlin Wall.
Like it goes real. It's like political. Like
Yeah, it's like
so-
World War II
there's
political
so
kind of
much-
stuff.
Yeah. It hits like it becomes super dark.
Okay, we've reviewed every anime in existence. Okay, that's every single one. Not there. There is not a single more
There's
anime. We have not.
more.
Yeah, the rest of them don't exist whatsoever.
Yeah,
They're not
oh,
real.
Yeah,
Wait, is
I
this like
guess-
the longest podcast episode?
Yeah, this is the longest podcast episode.
I guess Hello Again JoJo is not an anime.
Yeah,
So sad.
Not real.
Ben 10's
guess-
my
I
favorite
guess-
anime.
Yeah, Ben 10.
Nah, Corey in the House best anime.
Man, I can't believe Luigi's Toy Adventure is not an anime. Same with SMG4.
I can't believe
Mario was
Super
an
Mario
anime.
reviews anime memes. It's a good anime. Starly.
Mario's a legal operation. That's my favorite anime.
No. It's Mario reacts to anime memes as my favorite anime.
Should we rate a guy for once? Like a guy VTuber for once?
A guy VTuber? Hold
They
on,
don't
let me
exist.
Check. No. I want to
Guys
see if
are
they're
not
actually
real.
on right now.
LV tubers. I'm kidding.
Male VTubers are not real. Floyd, come on.
Okay,
Hold on, I'm checking if
I
there's a
can
guy
look around and
VTuber
see.
on.
I have someone with like 11 viewers right now. If we want to rate them. Oh, they don't accept rates from outside channels. Haha. Okay, no
Infi-
rate for you.
Wait, Infi is doing a mute work stream. He's a guy VTuber. 5 viewers right now.
He's mute though. He doesn't exist.
He's a singer.
He's
just
mute,
doing
though.
work.
He can't thank us even if we were there.
Sugoi, he's a VTuber. He has 42 right now. Hohiha,
Too big.
He's a guy, 46.
Does he wear a shirt with Segoy on it?
No,
Why not?
he has a deep voice.
Why not?
Like Sugoi is like SXGOI. Sugoi.
Okay,
And then scrolling all the way up, it's all the female VTubers.
I'm looking for some
Let's see.
male VTubers right now because like we never raid male VTubers, right?
Yeah. I want to.
I see that Yuki.
Wait,
Yuki's stream.
sometimes.
Have you read a Yuki before?
I raided Yuki 2 days ago.
2 days ago? Oh, alright.
I'm waiting for this. Is this person a guy or a gal? I can't tell. I genuinely cannot tell. Give me a second.
I see someone with like 36 years.
Yeah, you
Not
can't
too
sleep.
big.
No. I mean like their character is very androgynous looking. Like it's not even like a diss. It's like I can't tell. We'll rate them.
Alright, let's get into the Twitch stream.
What?
To the gender rate.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, everyone
Into
pop in.
It's
the
gonna take me. It's
face.
gonna take me an hour because of the bandwidth. You know.
Okay, no, there's like 3 people here. One of them gotta be a guy. Okay. Okay, Moral, tell me when you're in the stream. Are you guys in the stream?
Yes.
Always.
Why is there Toylon and Say? Toylon, what am I looking at? Toylon annoyed and Toylon cheer.
Okay, are you in the stream? Okay.
I've been in the stream. I was just sitting there.
Okay,
What was that raid message?
We hate anime. There we go. There we go. Come on.
We hate anime.
Also, don't watch anything with X-sis in the title. There we go. Yeah, just copy that news message.